Buckle up teams, it's time to thrive. PHG World Series, we going live. We going live. Rubber burns, curves kiss the breeze. GT7 streets where legends see. Shaggy cooked the recipe, fire in the stew. Cars and tracks match like a dance for the crew. From hairpin bends to straights that scream. Every line a story, every race a dream. Fuel in the veins, adrenaline spree. Welcome to the jungle, season 3.
Clock's ticking, engines kicking, every second counts. Feel the friction, new teams rolling, old champ flex. Rev it up, y'all. Who's next?
Season 3, let the tires sing. PHG,
Where the fast take wing.
Welcome racers to the grand design.
Speed meets hard on every finish line.
Season 3, yeah, it's time to ignite.
Strapped in tight,
It's a furious flight.
I see sparks fly, the tarmac glows. Races in sync like a symphony flows. Strategy spin, minds on the wheel. Every move calculated, every turn you feel. Teams collide, rivalries bloom. Under the floodlights, engines boom. Ladies and gents, take your stance. PHG's the stage, here's your chance.
Yeah.
Apex hunters chasing the crown. Draft through the pack, don't slow down.
Pit stop precision, seconds to spare.
Victory's a breath, snatch it from the air.
Season 3, let the tires sing. PHG, where the fast take wing.
Welcome racers to the grand design.
Speed meets hard on every finish line.
Season 3, yeah, it's time to ignite.
Strapped in tight,
It's a furious flight.
Yeah. Yo, PHG in the lobby. Yeah, lights flash, engines rise. Season 3 begins, and the world's watching with wide eyes. Yeah. Drivers from all nations, every flag in flight. The grid is stacked heavy, competition's tight, but PHG rolls deep, steady nerve, sharp aim. Every corner carved clean, every lap pure flame. Built the squad from grit, no shortcuts, no favors. Earned every ounce of respect from rivals and haters. But when the pressure peaks and the storm grows greater, there's one name whispered: Shaggy the Rainmaker. Dark clouds roll whenever he takes the track. Rivals feel the thunder rumbling right up their backs. When that visor drops, whole lobby starts to quake. Cause Shaggy makes the rain fall heavier than heartbreak. Cause Shaggy makes the rain fall heavier than heartbreak. Yeah, hey. Moves unified, every driver locked in. Strategy like clockwork. Patience wearing thin, slipstreams tighten. The tires start to scream. This ain't luck, this is craft, this is PHG's team. Rain or shine, the grind stays endless. Every driver fearless, every line relentless. But when the sky goes black and the storms get great, everyone knows what's coming. The Rainmaker, Shaggy the Rainmaker. Bring the thunder, bring the spray, make the legends shake. Season 3 is ours, history's ours to make. Team PHG forever, destiny will take us. Every storm on track starts with Shaggy the Rain. The ring your way, make a way away. Make a way away, make a way away. The way, the ring your way, make a way away. Make a way away, make a way away. Yeah. Season 3, engines loud. PHG standing proud. And when the storm rolls in, you already know something that. You already know something that. You already know something that. Shaggy the Rainmaker. Bring the thunder, bring the spray, make the legends shake. Season 3 is ours, history's ours to make. Team PHG forever, destiny will take us. Every storm on track starts with Shaggy the Rain. The way away, make a way away, make a way away, make a way away. The way, the
7 tracks, 7 chances. You blink, you're gone. This is the PHG World Series, Season 3. Strap in or get past. Lights on the grid, heart on red, foot down heavy, can't hear the dread. Ghosts in my mirrors, chasing my line. I carve that apex like I'm cutting through time. Rubber on curve, sparks in the dark. Every split second could tear you apart. Name on the banner, burned in the screen. I'm wide open, living on the lean. PHG World Series, Season 3, don't breathe. If you feel that fear, better turn that key and leave. We race on the edge, where the brave bleed speed. PHG World Series, only one crown, one king. 2 fists tight, 1 bad move, lights out, good night. Say my tag when the replays roll. I leave rubber scars on your digital soul. Scream. PHG's back, it's a racing dream. Season 3's here, it's time to shine. Grip the wheel, feel the starting line. The combo slick, Shaggy's the king. Car and track, they're the perfect thing. Teams are ready, the racers too. Fast and fierce, they're coming through. It's more than speed, it's where we thrive.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PHG World Series. This is Season 3, Round 2. I am joined in the broadcast booth with 2 of my good friends. Number 1, the proprietor of Papa's House of Game, Mr. Papa's House of Game himself. Hey, Papa, how you feeling today?
I'm doing all right. How's everybody? I hope you all are entitled or expecting some incredible racing. Going to be an exciting day.
That's the hope. And we also have Mr. C-Dubs. C-Dubs, how are you feeling this fine
good,
afternoon?
Man. Good. I'm ready to go. I think this is going to be awesome. After seeing those crazy splits last night, we've got guys in here at split 2 just as fast, right? In fact, the whole group, right? What are we, 1.3 seconds or something like that across the entire field?
I think it was 1.8 across 56 drivers.
Unreal.
Yeah. I think
Unreal. So
I think split 2 here only has, it's either 2/10 or 3/10 separating everybody during the split qualifiers, and we saw it yesterday in the split 3 race. The qualifying live was only a half a second from first to 14th. So tight field all around. It's bound to be an exciting race for sure.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
It's
So with
gonna
that
be
being
awesome.
said, who's got the script for the sponsors? We need to talk about the sponsors first. I don't have the details up, but I know first and foremost we've got 4D Racewear. Thanks to them for sponsoring the PHG World Series. Definitely go check them out at 4dracewear.com. They will providing some fabulous prizes to positions 1, 2, and 3 at the end of the season. If you do go to their website and want to order anything, use code PAPA10X at checkout to get a 10% discount.
You can also
Tell
use
them.
Salamander 10X.
Well, there's that too. They both do the same thing.
Yes.
But this is Papa's deal, so use his code.
If you use C-Dubs 10X, you'll pay 10 times as much as normal retail.
Yeah, that's standard procedure across all online resources. But yes, 4D Racewear. We've also got Lithograph Comics. We've also got Vex Design. Our own PD Snow does good graphic design work and has done a number of the different graphics for the broadcast here. And then we've also got The Mist Chronicles, authored by our very own Tuzzenbox. You can find The Mist Chronicles on Amazon.com. So definitely go check all those guys out. We thank all of them for their help and support in the PHG World Series. So with that being said, let's go into and review the point standings. These are the point standings as of the end of round 1. These are the top 10 in points. C-Dubs, can you take us through who's leading the points so far?
Yeah, certainly. So just a reminder, because I was a little confused when I saw this. This is not calculating any points from last night. Obviously, reviews, all that to get through before those points are final. So as he said, through week 1, we've got Q3 KP Wilcox in P1, JK85 P2, McNaughty in P3, PHG Josh Moment in P4, followed by FAF Bobagito. Then we have Papa Oso, LMR Ismail Truth, Talon, Left 36, and PHG Rick Shear.
Yeah, I got to say, those point standings, as they sit right there, are completely upside down after last night.
Yeah, we had, for those that didn't go watch the races yesterday, definitely go check out that live stream. That split 1 race was bananas and action-packed the whole way through. You're not going to want to miss going back and watching that one. All right, so for this round, we've got our round info. Papa, can you take us through what we got going on today?
All right, this is round 2. We are at the Daytona road course, 25 laps. Tire multiplier is on 3. Racing hards are required. All racing tires are available, but you got to run at least 1 lap with those racing hards. Fuel is at 4 times the fuel rate. We are in the Group 3 cars, based on the Rolex 24 manufacturers that actually made it and qualified for this year's in real life Rolex 24. So that's what this race is based on. It's our Shaggy put this together as a little I don't know what you want to call it.
Bit of a precursor, since the Rolex 24 is going on next weekend, which, Papa, you're going to be at, correct?
I am going to be there, man. I cannot wait. 2nd year in a row. Thanks to some great friends, TK's Turbo. Me and my daughter get to go this year again, and we fly out Wednesday morning, headed to Florida. Cannot wait.
That is
my understanding is that the teams are actually watching this stream because they kind of want to see how their own vehicles are going to perform in that race. That's my understanding.
I believe
Just
you are
kidding.
100% correct, C-Dubs. So shout out to all those
amazing
teams
to
out
me.
there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so next we will be looking over the drivers in Split 2. C-Dubs, can you take us through the list of who we're going to see in this split?
Absolutely. Mr. B. Pabst in the Ford GT. Then we have our own Mr. Casual, fellow commentator in a Ford GT. You can't find a Vetter Dan, PHG Vetter Dan in P3, PHG Jersey in the Corvette, S7R Nuke in the BMW Z4, which has been popular and obviously very quick around track. Then PHG Sheldologist, also in the Z4. We've got PHG SPC, aka Cole, in the BMW Z4. Papa Oso, Z4. PHG Depoy in the Ford GT. Seen a lot of GTs this round. We've got VIP Left to Pass You in the AMG 20. Only AMG in this field, I believe. We've got PHG Rowdy in the Ferrari 458, which I think we've seen only once so far in our own Shaggy Do, if I'm not mistaken. May have been another one. FAF Elzo in P12 in the Z4, BHR J-Dog 4 GT, and PHG Ecstasy in the Aston Martin.
The DDR9 Aston Martin. I believe he's the only one.
Yeah, we did see the Vantage V12 yesterday take the win in Split 3. But I do believe you are correct. I think that is the only DBR9 we are going to see this week. So, all right, well, that's everything we got going on for Split 2 here. What are we looking to see? Papa, what are you expecting out of this one?
My hopes for these two races today is that people paid attention to the races yesterday. Strategy is everything. In my own race, I tried getting early, getting off my hard tires, used them first. But that hung me out without any slip. Just strategy is so key to where you're going to finish this race.
I am going to give a biased opinion and tell you that, of course, Rowdy and I practiced earlier on in the week. I completely blew my qualify. I don't know about you guys. You know, I said this the other day. It's like golf. If you had a bad lap, you got to leave it behind you. It's like golf. You got to leave that last hole behind you, and I did not do that. I mentally checked out after a mistake and really messed up my qualifying. But we had practiced together, and I think Rowdy's got a solid strat that unfortunately several may have switched to if they watched. So speaking of, you guys were talking about that earlier, I bet there's some guys that went back and adjusted their strategy after watching the splits last night.
Yeah, definitely. People hopefully were paying attention and adjusting what they want to do based on what they saw. And with that said, it looks like the cars are getting out on track for qualifying. So let's get out there and see how this qualifying ends up.
And it's lights out, and away we go!
Love it. As usual, we'll run through the liveries here.
That PHG Depoy in that beautiful red and blue. Paposo, kind of that simple M theme. Sheldologist, we've seen this variation earlier, but another great looking livery in the Z4. B Paps, wow, that's interesting colors there. The Italian sort of theme.
I don't see a Pabst Blue Ribbon decal on that car anywhere.
Right, he missed a big opportunity for sure. Better Dan, loving. We've seen this livery before with the big Racing for Susan on the side door. Love to see that.
Looking at the back bumper, I think he may have hit the decal limit on this car.
I just realized there was one the other day. I think it's 300 decals. Sector 7 Racing Nuke, another good-looking livery. PHG Rowdy. Let's see, he's representing the farm. Yep, he's got to represent the farm there. Looking good with the 4D Racewear.
We'll say that is an RJ Special livery design.
Esta with a patriotic theme here. Love that. And again, seeing the sponsors on there. Mr. Casual. And is that a casual original punk, perhaps? The Hot Wheels livery?
Yeah, he runs Hot Wheels on pretty much everything.
Okay. Right. J-Dog. Another GT here. WeatherTech, Valvoline. Elzo, of course, that FAF theme, these guys do so well. They keep the theme, they change the colors a little bit. VIP, got Left to Pass You. You know, their liveries are always tight. Jersey, rocking the, I guess maybe his wife's telling him he's got to do laundry later. I'm not sure. Racing for Susan on the roof there. Did we get everybody, or was there somebody that pitted? I think we got everybody.
I think there was somebody that pitted, but we got through most of them. Looks like a number of people are doing that pit after the first lap strategy, have the freshest tires possible, burn off a little fuel, they get a couple extra tenths.
So definitely a change from yesterday, where we saw a lot coming in after a lap 2, and even a couple on lap 3. I found myself, I started coming in at the end of lap 1, and felt like if I'd have come in at the end of lap 2, I would have had a little bit more fuel burn with a little fresher tire. So that's the strat I landed on. Papa, I think that's what you ended up doing as well, right?
Exactly. I think that's a good, solid strat for qualifying.
I do too, and it still gives you, in my case, I still had 3 laps to completely screw up, which I did. So, but I had 3 opportunities at it that way. Josh Moment is saying in the chat that J-Dogs is especially clean because he designed it. Thank you, Josh.
Oh, nice. All right, here we go. Shot lap being completed.
Coming to the line. See how many 45s we're going to get in this one. 47 from Deploy.
Flat.
Makes sense. These guys are still sitting at over 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so I would expect not to see 46s till possibly this next lap or even lap 4.
Yeah, I think you'll see the low 46s, maybe the high 45s. Not until like lap 5 or 6.
Yeah, a couple of them did take the end of P2, or I'm sorry, the end of lap 2 pit strategy there. S7R Nuke, and I can't forget who else it was. I forgot who else it was. Elzo. Yep.
All right, so PHG Deploy currently leading qualifying session after the first hot lap.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. 42 watching, only 18 likes. Come on, guys, let's give Sal some love.
Yeah.
Hit the likes. Hit the likes.
Like and
y'all.
subscribe, people. I can annoy you all day with that. Let's get it out of the way and we can move on.
That's right. Just get her done.
Get her done. It's free. It's free.
So deploy through the chicane will be our next one across the line here. Let's see if he can improve on that 147.0. I almost guarantee that he will. I didn't see anything major in that lap to suggest he wouldn't.
Slight improvement.
By 2 1/1000ths. Let's see, J-Dog.
Somebody ahead of J-Dog.
Oh, ducking in.
Left to pass you. Big improvement.
There
Takes
it
over
is.
P1. HPC jumps to P3. Papa Oso jumps to P4.
Yeah, we've still got some quicker laps to see here yet. Still going to get, yeah, we're still going to get at least 2 more laps. Most all of these guys.
S to C with the slight improvements. Yeah, so far right now we got left to pass you with a 46.9. I definitely expect that to come down. And maybe we'll see another half second, maybe a full second off before we get to the end of this session. We'll see.
Oh, this is purple.
We all know Papa Oso. I mean, I guess I can't just speak for him. There's lots of guys in here we're used to seeing at the very tops of the standings. Papa Oso, though, we know he's fast. SBC's purple. Yeah, by 2/10.
Deploy is up on his fastest lap, not purple though.
Yeah.
SBC up 3/10. Purple.
We talked about it before. It could be made or broken right here in the bus stop. Got to carry that speed in and out of the bus stop.
Boy, with a 10th improvement. Let's see who's coming up next. Cycle the field. Rowdy. Big improvement. Half a second jumps up to 3rd place.
Not that I'm biased, but let's go, Rowdy. Come on.
Left to pass did drop about 0.2 off. We now have 2 people in the 46s. Papa Oso in the 46s.
So Cole with a late pit. Is he going to have time to come out, get his outlap done, and make a hot lap?
I think so, but barely.
Yeah, barely.
Rowdy's so close to that 146 time frame. See where he's at the time check here.
Little squirrely coming out of the infield. Oh,
0.2 purple.
Purple, okay.
We know that Ferrari suffer on the top end. This might be the part of the track where he loses a little time. I would have expected him to, have gained a little bit. Yeah, he's down to 1.3 up now. See if he can hold on to that with a good run through the bus stop. Looks nice and smooth.
Yep, he's able to get onto the power midway through the bus stop.
Looks like
But
he is
still
down
lost
at
time.
10.
Yeah.
Right, DePoy coming to the line. He'll have one more shot after this. And retakes the lead.
Now, important to note that slip is on, and oh yeah, just looked at this, 17 feet per second wind. So we've got some high winds in this qualifying. I think higher than
Right down the back stretch.
Yeah, higher than we saw initially. So right in their face during the fastest portion of the track here.
Yep.
So if you're racing and listening to commentary and you're feeling down on yourself for your lap times, understand there is a big reason here. About 16.7 reasons.
Right.
Oh, and Ecstasy hits the invisible wall.
Ugh.
We also
Quickly
saw
resets to the
Jersey
pit.
with a big gain. Jumps way up into second place.
Let's go, Jersey.
Was it SBC was the one we were looking to see if they were going to get one more hot lap? It looks like they are.
Yep.
They have the freshest tires out there.
Looks like he crossed the line with about 1 to 2 seconds spare.
Oh, wow.
He's currently down 0.4. But we know that Z4 likes to pull.
Right.
Looks like he got into the grass. That may have ruined that lap.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's he hits the time check.
Oh, got real sideways through there.
And he's 3 seconds down.
Boy, does not improve. Obviously had some sort of issue there with that lap being a second up higher than his fastest. VIP left to pass you.
It's like Papa Oso is going to be the next one to the line,
Okay.
followed by Sheldologist. Papa Oso jumps to first. Sheldologist with a big increase as well.
Nice job, guys.
J-Dog with an improvement. Duke also with an improvement. It looks like that is everybody done with their hot laps. All right, Papa, you want to take us through the results of qualifying?
Absolutely. P1 sitting on pole, Papa Oso in his BMW. And we got PHG DePoy, P2 in the Ford GT. I'm sorry, Papa Oso's time a 46.670. DePoy with a 46.723. And we have Sheldologist in P3 in his BMW with the 46.739. Joyzy and his Vet with 46.766 sitting P4. In the round out the top 5, we have VIP left to pass you in his AMG with a 46.772. And we got BHR J Dog in the Ford GT race car. Ran a 46.873. Ecstasy in his DBR9, a 46.926. PHG Rowdy rounding out the top 8 in his 458 with a 47.006. And we got Mr. PHG SPC, aka Cold Trickle, in his BMW with a 47.134. E Paps with a Ford in his Ford GT with a 47.182. And we got Sector 7 Nuke in his BMW with the 47.364. Better Dan with the Vet, 47.442. FAF Elzo, BMW, 47.641. And our own Mr. Casual in his Ford GT with 47.936. A 1.2 split from first to 14th.
Yeah, I think we saw the top 10 all were within a half second.
Yeah,
So,
pretty tight
still
there at the top.
pretty tight field. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Mr. Casual almost made split 1, did he not?
Yeah,
So
he
I
did.
think the qualifying here, I think there was a bit of a miss. Maybe he didn't have the draft that maybe some of the other people did, but I expect him to jump up from last place. C-Dubs, any other surprises that caught your eye in this qualifier?
Not really, just that wind. And, I'm not one that pays attention to that a whole lot. So, quite frankly, if I were in that qualifying, I'd have been panicking, freaking out, like, why am I so off pace here?
Right.
But hopefully those guys saw that and didn't panic. And as they saw all the, that's the other thing. If you're in VR, you don't see any of that, right? So you're just in full panic unless you're listening to commentary. Did see that Mr. Casual pointed out he had a penalty there on what he thought was going to be his hot lap, his fastest lap. So that threw him off. And then I saw that Josh Moment said that J-Dog, quite the improvement. I guess he got promoted to this split from somebody dropping out and still went up there to a P6 in a split above. So nice job. Nice job there.
J-Dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we said in the split qualifying, everything was so close that, you're off by 0.2 could drop you to a whole nother split. So we could certainly see a number of drivers go from the back to the front, from the front to the back. There will likely be quite a bit of shakeup. I know yesterday we saw quite a bit of tire strategy and quite a bit of mixing. We had, drivers starting on softs throughout the field, drivers starting on hards throughout the field. Do we think we're going to see that same kind of thing today? Papa, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh man, that's hard to say. Again, if they paid attention yesterday's, hopefully people are making adjustments. I think we're going to see a lot different races than we saw yesterday. I think we're going to see a lot tighter races.
Yeah, people certainly can be better prepared. There's certainly all the time that goes into practice, but then watching the races unfold generally has, some further insight into what may go on in your split. I think a lot of us were surprised at just how well the one stop worked, especially in split 3 yesterday.
Yeah.
So, and, in split 1, Jorge took P1 pretty commandingly with a 2-stop strat, but then we saw Talon take P2 in top split with a 1-stop strat. So I think the word through the grapevine is that both of them do work. It's just a matter of who is going to execute it the best.
Right.
Yeah, I think if you're going for the one-stopper, which I know we're going to see more of that today based on last night, less mistakes can be made through that process. And then, I would suspect that we are going to see some more medium tires used today because I think we only saw that once or twice in both splits yesterday. I know there are some cars that simply can't get it on a one-stopper. They simply can't get that 12 or 13 laps out of softs. So it'll be interesting. We're going to definitely see some different strategy, and I would love to see. It was interesting, and TK's and the commentators did such a great job of kind of keeping track of where everybody was with the pits, and they knew that the field was going to regroup, and sure enough, it did. Toward the end of the race, that mid pack back, regrouped. We had 6 and 7 cars all together, I think, in both splits. So interesting how that all played out. I think we'll see a lot of that today too.
Yeah, that's always an interesting one, both as commentators and as spectators, to watch the field in the middle of the race can kind of get a bit spread out. Then at the end, they all kind of come together as those strategies coalesce and makes for some exciting last couple laps of racing, which we certainly saw yesterday. So I'm expecting more of that today. Hopefully we get treated to some great racing. And it looks like the grid is getting set. Drivers are headed to their cars, and we will be starting momentarily. Let's get the cameras set up.
Thank you for not asking for predictions like TK did yesterday and put everybody on the spot. Unless I just screwed up and made you do that. So
You did.
Okay.
You did.
Looks like we're getting ready to get underway.
Here we go.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
I love it. So Papa also comes out on the hards. This is going to be interesting. I wonder how many racers came out on the hards, mediums, and softs here. This will be interesting to see. On the hards, you would expect that, just like we're seeing here, Dupuy diving down in T1, getting that position. And is he also on hards?
He's on
Yes,
hards
he is.
also, yeah.
Okay. Wow. So he just hung inside there, but then gave up the position there in the next turn. So if we can we scroll through the top 5 and just look at tires real quick? I'm curious to see. Oh, wow. Okay, so Jersey on softs. Is he the only one in the top 5 on softs? No, we've got some more soft runners. So I expect to see a shakeup here right away. We're going to see those top positions, I would think, start to fade back in the field a little bit, but that's all going to be part of their strategy. That's to be expected starting on hards. They're playing the long game.
We got a 20-mile-an-hour headwind down that backstretch. We're 20 feet per second. All right.
Going through the field here, it looks like an awful lot of hard runners to start with. Only a few softs.
Yeah, that to me would indicate perhaps a change in strats. Going to see more one-stoppers in this race, I do believe. So Papa also maintaining there through the backstretch again against that 20.3 feet per second wind. Both clean through the bus stop there. Looks like, let's see, everybody so far has got through there clean. I would have already picked up my first pin. But I want to say everybody got through that without a penalty.
Yeah, that if you look at the track telemetry in the upper right, this is all still pretty tight. This top 3 going too wide heading to the start finish line.
I thought Jersey was going down the center.
Well, this is going to get fun in T1, boys.
Papa also shuffled back to P3.
He's down break.
Oh, and
the boy goes really deep.
Oh, yeah, a couple of them there. Overshoot T1. Gives Jersey the lead, who's looking good. It's actually pulling on P2 a little bit here. On the softs, though, you would expect that. So what Jersey has to do now is, on softs, he's in the lead. He has to get away from these guys, which is tough because the rest of them are all going to have slip.
Yep.
And as expected, Estasy is right on the back of Papa Oso, also on softs, looking to get around Papa Oso as quickly as possible to not burn up those softs, trying to get past some of the hard runners.
Shell all just on hards and hanging tough there in P4. We know that Shell has the speed and the racecraft to do well in this race.
Looks like J-Dog also going to be in that same position.
We already have a pit stop.
I did. Oh, yeah. Either that or a terrible mistake. I'm not sure there. Who's that? B. Pabst? He's on softs. So I would say, yes, he probably did, 2 laps on hards and switched over to softs?
Only 1 lap.
Yeah, one lap.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hopefully that doesn't hurt him being out. 'Cause that's what I did earlier last night, too. I pitted at the end of lap 3. Then there was nobody to work with for like 8 laps.
Yeah, all by himself in this huge headwind here on this straight.
Yep, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Well, Jersey picked up a penalty. That's likely going to cost him P1. Ecstasy goes by. We've seen a number of lead changes already with only 2 laps done.
Everybody gets slowed down. Oh, contacted a T1. Jersey gets into the back of Ecstasy. You know, again, you're carrying more speed with that slip. Sometimes you forget to make that change, forget to brake a little bit earlier, not realizing you're carrying more speed. I believe that's what happened there.
And again, so you have the slip. You also have that high wind pushing you down that front straight.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Yep, it's pushing you on that straight.
You're definitely carrying a lot more speed than what you've been used to.
Boy, you know, the lucky recipient of that on his racing hards back up into P2 under pressure from Papa Oso.
Yeah. Papa Oso, you know, on the hards, hanging tight. I mean, if he can stay up here in this group of soft runners, you got to believe that he's going to have a really good shot at the end of this race.
Gonna go back and watch that replay heading into turn 1. Looks like Ecstasy got on the brakes a little early, as well as Jersey going in a little hot, and then bunches up the field. Good thing everybody came out of that okay.
Everybody was paying attention. That could have gotten really bad, but good on Jersey for giving the position, but I don't know. Should he have waited for the next straight? Hard to say, but it all turned out good. Everybody's safe. So Esta now pulled. He's got about a 1 second gap on P2. And Esta on soft. So same strat here as we were talking about earlier. He wants to get pulled away from these guys. He needs to pull a gap.
Yeah, right now we've got, you know, DePoy and Papa Oso kind of holding up the hard runners, which is a viable strategy. You kind of make them burn up your tires. It could make your one-stop strat, you know, that much more viable. You know, Jersey and J-Dog are chomping at the bit to get around these guys. Oh, I think there was a bit of contact there, too.
That almost looked like a lag spike, though.
It might have been. You can catch that real quick.
Maybe not.
It could have been lag. It could have been just a slight difference in brake points.
Right. Well, and that's going to be the difference between your hard and soft tires.
I mean, Jersey does not have damage, and it looks like Papa Oso also does not have damage, so in fact, it kind of seemed to shoot Papa Oso up into second and around DePoy, so that might have been a bit of a happy accident.
Yeah, Papa Oso's not too upset about it right now. He's like, he would just like to have some slip up there. That's the only thing he's lacking right now, but he's definitely got a good race going.
Looks like we have seen some other pit stops. We've got, what, from 11th on back. Got some all on the racing softs now. Meanwhile, Ecstasy is definitely pulling away, like you said, C-Dubs, trying to get away from the field and just put some distance on those hard runners.
Yeah,
DePoy picks up the round.
Okay, that was DePoy.
Loses 3 spots with that penalty.
So Jersey putting the pressure on Papa Oso again. J-Dog's right there. This is about to get be interesting here with these three.
I mean, the best thing for Jersey and J-Dog to do is to not fight. Try to work together to get around Papa Oso. Granted, they don't necessarily know, unless they're listening to the broadcast, that Papa Oso's on a different tire.
That's right.
Was J-Dog on softs?
Yes.
Okay, so those two working together.
But DePoy keeping up while on the racing hards.
DePoy's an animal. You know, he's
right.
He's fast. There's just no way around it.
Is that DePoy or is that JK85? I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah. Who knows?
Right.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah.
In reference to a lobby glitch at Yaz, where it showed the other driver on stream, but not in lobby. It's quite an odd situation.
Rowdy and Cole side by side.
They are both on equal tire. I think this is where the Z4 could have a little bit more legs on these long straights. But Rowdy holding tough.
And Rowdy on new equipment. I think you guys mentioned it earlier. He literally installed it yesterday, had to work through some settings. I think he finally got his first laps on the new equipment this morning. So, you know, Rowdy's always got the out if he doesn't do well. I mean, he can certainly blame it on the new wheel and pedals. So.
And certainly this battle between from second to fifth,
Yeah.
so tight. Go ahead, Papa.
Oh, I was good. I was gonna say the same thing. It's a high race, man. You got this 4-car battle, and then right behind them, you got another 3-car battle with VIP left to pass you, trying to bridge that gap. Looks like he's doing it too.
Looks like it's turning into a 5-car battle.
Yeah.
These guys are continuing to kind of close it all in.
I mean, 6 laps in, and we've got this many cars still bunched up. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's about to be a full 8-car pack right here.
Oh!
Certainly 7.
I think we just saw Rowdy go around.
Oh, it was
Rowdy.
See if we can see what happened there. Whoops. Get back to him. But where'd he go? Did I miss him?
Yeah, oh, there it is. There he is. Oh, just got into the grass.
Whip that grass, yeah.
The replay buttons are not working the way I would expect, but yeah, it looks like he just lost it. Didn't look like anybody got into him. Unfortunate
SBC
for Rowdy.
looked like he might have got outside of the clean track limits there. Let's see. Yep, I thought I saw that coming. So Cole's going to end up with a half-second penalty. Sheld has lost the slip there on left to pass you, I believe. Oh, well, he might still be in it there. It's close.
Looks like Rowdy might have called the biggest car to the garage here on lap 6.
All right, who had lap 6 in the pool?
The Rowdy rage quit. We love it. Although that wouldn't really be a rage quit. That would be, you know, with his strategy that I know he was working on, there was no room for error.
Yeah, that would have been raced over on his strat.
Yeah, for sure.
Like these guys are starting to fan out just a little bit. They're all still within slipstream.
What's the gap now with S-Dub and P1? Has he got a little more gap on P2?
He's got 3 seconds over Jersey.
Yeah.
3 seconds, and he's probably got another 5 or 6 laps he can go.
Jersey's got a second on DePoy and pulling away. Actually, looks like DePoy has broken the slip to Papa Oso, but Papa Oso back. Everybody's pulling on each other here. Sheldologist bringing up the caboose in that train.
Sheld's fuel looks incredible as compared to some of the others here. Of course, he's on hards. He can run a lot of laps still. Yeah.
I suppose if you could get 13, 14 laps, you know, then you're down to only 11 or 12. That's definitely doable on the softs. Looks like Better Dan picked up the penalty. It looks like he has also lost the slipstream. Those guys in the back, you know, they're feeling what you had yesterday, Pop.
Yep. It is it's a sinking feeling being back there with no help. You know, you got
to climb.
Yeah, just gut wrenching.
Still a tight battle here for P4. It's like 3 cars there tightened up. Papa Oso still in the mix. Taps J-Dog just a touch there. Let's see. Let's J-Dog have the position back. Good move, Papa Oso.
Yep.
brings left to pass you right into that battle. Very tight battle so far.
Now that slip's going to let those guys tighten back up here. And then into the fun chicane we go.
Should be able to get a quick. See Papa Oso come in.
Yeah, just a hair hot.
Backs off the throttle. Lets him have
Yep.
the spot back. Great job there.
Yeah, looks like they've given each other room and just misjudged, the physics on that of not allowing two objects to be in the same place. But no harm, no foul there. It looks like we got Deploy going into the pits. Get off those hards.
So obviously a two-stopper yet for Deploy, because you're not gonna get the rest of those laps on one set of tires, or rather, one tank of fuel.
Jersey's got the fast lap. He closing that gap down to SC? I know those.
He has. It is down to 2.2 seconds.
Yeah.
I suppose that's the disadvantage of being up front, is you have nobody to draft with. But you're leading the race. Jersey's putting in just a little bit faster lap, slowly reeling them in.
I wonder if the wind has anything to do with it here. We're down to 13.2 feet per second, so might be allowing that vet to tuck its nose and run that car down, run Esther down.
All three of these guys still within slipstream range. I believe Sheldologist has lost the draft, but not by much.
And he's got to really push the shield bus stop. He wants to get back in there.
Yeah, that gets tricky, right?
Yeah, that's such a fine line.
See how that delta goes coming out. He lost a little bit on entry, but is gaining here on exit, but it looks like that might be a net loss. Sheldologist starting to end up in no man's land. J-Dog's pulled a little bit of a gap on Papa Oso, but if Papa Oso and Left to Pass work together...
What a mind game that chicane is, too, because, you're telling yourself, hey, this has to be a great one, which now you're overthinking it, and then you get the worst chicane ever, right?
Yep.
So you just got to let it go, and for me, if I get that way, I've got to say, okay, I just got to go in here slow and just work on the exit. It's just about the only way to approach it when you're in that mindset.
Looks like further back here, we've got Nuke and Casual having a little battle. They are definitely within slipstream range. They end up working together to try to catch on up to the pack.
Yeah, these two hit it early, like the end of lap 2 or something, I think. If they can just stay hooked up together, work together, they might be able to make up some ground a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like at least the two drivers in front of them are all alone. These two do have an advantage. Let's see if they use it. Check back up. It looks like Left to Pass You may have lost the draft on Papa Oso. That may have narrowed it down to a two-car battle. Let's see how they come out of the Le Mans chicane.
That'll help Shell get back into a slipstream with Left to Pass You. A little yo-yo back there.
Papa Oso still looking good on fuel. He's on hard, so no issue with tires. I think he's got a pretty good strategy going. We called it from the beginning. He's definitely going to be a factor at the end of this race.
We check back up with our leader in Ecstasy. Those tires are definitely starting to see some wear. Fuel probably down to only a lap or two left of fuel anyway. These two will probably be getting off those tires soon. J-Dog into the pits with only 6% fuel.
Jersey has definitely closed that gap.
Yeah, within 2 seconds.
And doing better on fuel. So, yeah, Estes, he's got a tough decision to make, or maybe not. He's probably decided, but sort of an odd place, right? He'll be coming in on at the end of P11 with no fuel on softs. So he's got some decisions to make. I don't know that you can run 14 laps with fuel. I mean, it would be difficult. You'd have to do some serious fuel conservation.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing with the Corvette is it's naturally a short shift car, so you kind of save a little bit of fuel with it. Not as sure about the Aston. I think the DBR9 is fairly good on fuel mileage compared to like the V12 Vantage, but certainly has less fuel than Jersey. So he pits on this lap, 14 laps to go. I think he could make the one stop work, but probably would have to save a little bit.
Yeah, that's one car I've not tested at all, and I've never ran that I can recall in dailies or anything. It's Aston. I just, for whatever reason, I've not spent the time in that car.
See what these guys do pit stop wise. Looks like STC is coming in, as well as Jersey. Papa Oso will likely take the lead, at least temporarily.
I would expect Jersey to get out a little faster just from a fuel perspective. Let's don't forget that our refuel rate is at 3 liters per second. So just that little bit of fuel saving he did over Esta is going to allow, I mean, probably 2 to 3 seconds worth of difference coming out of the pits.
Yeah, they may come out nose to tail.
Paposo back up into P1, looking good. Still has a couple of laps worth of fuel here. Not sure if he's going to do a 13 and 12 or a 14 11. Hard to say. I think he could almost pull off getting 14 laps. Tires are not going to be an issue. It's going to be fuel. If he does that, then he can kind of push it and make those softs last for 11 laps. That's a viable strategy for Paposo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, left to pass you had a little bit less fuel than Papa Oso. Shellologist pretty much in the same boat fuel-wise as left to pass you. Better Dan a little worse off fuel-wise. All these guys are on hard tires. I think they're trying to just see if they can make it long enough that they could run that second stint on softs or maybe mediums.
Better Dan has to be in ultra fuel conservation mode right now because that vet, with that little fuel, still having a half lap to go, I bet he's really babying that thing to get it to the pits. Clean through the bus stop.
So we saw Nuke and Casual still relatively close together. It doesn't look like they're close enough to be given a bump draft, but Casual certainly should be getting a little bit of slipstream. That right rear tire is looking a bit worn. 12
Good
laps
last for the
completed.
rest of his fuel. Yeah, he's down to under a quarter of a tank of fuel, so he's going to go possibly 2 more laps here and then make his final stop.
We do see Jersey up in P9. Esta back in P13, so that fuel strategy definitely paid off for Jersey.
Huge difference, yeah.
But Jersey is out on hards again.
No, he was on soft to start.
Ah.
But certainly taking the one-stopper approach, I would think.
Esta on softs. Esta was also on softs, so Esta's doing the 2-stop strat for sure.
Yep.
Whereas
He might have got himself in a pickle. Yep,
Jersey might be the one to watch here. Is probably good to go to the end as long as they can make the...
Nope.
Or no, they did not fuel it up.
He did not.
He would also be doing the 2-stop strat.
That's interesting.
He only took enough fuel for a running 3 per lap. It's hard. So he'll be spending a little bit more time getting fuel when he gets his second pit stop.
Meanwhile, Left to Pass You has caught up to Papa Oso. They are going into the pits together. Left to Pass You with no fuel left. Papa Oso in front and with 2% more fuel. See how that all shakes out. A lot of people coming to the pits. The end of lap 13.
This is going to play into Papa Oso's favor here, I believe.
We now see those early pitters, Duke and Mr. Casual, in first and second temporarily.
Very
both
temporarily.
of them low on fuel.
Oh, yeah.
They've only got a lap or two left, and then they'll be coming in again.
After 2 more laps, we should see them settling back into about P9, P10.
With those pit stops, Jersey has already worked his way back up to P4. And knowing 1 and 2 are going to pit, although Jersey does have to pit too. So, I don't know how this is going to end up.
I think Papa Oso's in the best spot right now in terms of strategy. Of course, he could still make a mistake, but easy to sit over here and watch everything that's going on. I sure wish Jersey would have taken on more fuel. Felt like
Left to Pass You ended up out ahead of Papa Oso. Remember, we saw Left to Pass You had a little bit less fuel. Looks like he fully fueled that one. So did Papa Oso. So they are likely going to the end now. They have 13 seconds to Ecstasy, who we know is going to have to hit again for the hards.
Left to Pass You is definitely short shifting.
Papa Oso taking advantage of that. He can just sit back there and short shift all he wants. Hardly using any fuel sitting there in that slip.
And it looks like he took on more fuel too.
He's got himself in a position where he can really push it toward the end of the race, I believe. If he can save those softs, that is. Of course,
we go our top 3 back in the pits.
Boy to the front.
Boy to the front with a little less than half a tank.
Yeah, he'll be stopping again for sure.
Let's see, DePoy started on the hards.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a matter of whether he's going to do 2 soft stints here. Probably.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any reason to go with anything other than softs on the next stop here. 3.5 seconds back to Esta right now. So yeah, I think all in all, we're looking at Left to Pass You and Papa Oso probably sitting in the best shape in terms of the rest of this race and their strategy, because both of them didn't mean to say that neither of them are going to have to stop again. Sitting in P4, P5 with everybody in front of them, if they're going to make at least one more stop, they're sitting pretty.
SSC run on those softs, trying to push that lead. Don't know if they're going to be able to get enough of a lead to overcome that pit stop. But setting a personal best on this lap.
Yeah, DePoy currently with the fastest lap, and I do believe we get some bonus points for fastest lap of the split, so DePoy is sitting in good shape there. This is our race right here. This is what we're gonna see some action here shortly with these two as we get closer to the end of the race. But I think that's our two going to be fighting for the lead here for the win.
Scroll through the field here, see if we can see any other battles going on. Looks like everybody's stretched out a bit. Nuke and Jersey. Jersey getting a bit of slipstream advantage. And Mr. Casual ended up 3 seconds ahead of Nuke.
Jersey make a second pit? Is that why he's so far back?
he's fresh
Yeah,
sauce.
he did. Yeah.
Fresh sauce filled it up.
And fuel. Okay.
But he's good to go the rest of the way.
Is.
I'm not sure he needed a full tank of fuel unless he just plans on putting the hammer down the rest of the way out. Maybe that's the plan.
J-Dog we had seen up in the top 5 for the first half of this race has dropped all the way down to P13. Must have had an issue back there somewhere.
Yeah, he had to have had a penalty or something that we missed, because he definitely had the pace to be up there with the top group. Yeah, DePoy pushing. He's trying to get that gap to stay relevant toward the end of the race here. So, and we know he's fast. He's got to push though. He's wanting to play with Pachu and Papa also at the end of this.
SPC into the pits. He was in P2, running on the mediums.
I thought we would see more mediums.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, the fuel window is so tight. It's hard. You've got to be able to make it on fuel in order to do that, like hard, medium, or even a hard, soft, one-stop strat. Seems that most of these cars, you're going to have to do at least a couple laps of fuel saving to make that work.
Absolutely. And only certain cars can make the softs, no matter what you do, can make the softs go for a one-stopper. I personally couldn't pull it off in the 458. Those things were greasy at about lap 10 or 11.
Like these two still locked together. I think they've been slipstreaming with each other this whole race.
Yep, smartly not battling. I think they both realize they're in pretty good positions. Hey, let's just pull each other around the track. We'll save the fight till the last lap or two. Smart racing here.
They definitely have a gap to Sheldologist, who does have B. Pabst in his slipstream. We got a bit of a gap before we get back to Vetter Dan. B. Pabst had a bit of a wiggle there. Let's see if they picked up a pen or not. Looks like they are safe.
Such a fine line there between pin and no pin.
Vetter Dan looks like he is set to go to the end, sitting in P7.
Yeah, plenty of fuel. Tires are looking good. Vetter Dan's just going to settle in there and push on to the end. Has DePoy increased his gap to P2 Esta? That's the question here. He needed to. Okay, he's got 7.5 seconds. He's definitely pulled on him some.
That fuel is definitely coming down. We'll have to pit again for sure, probably within 2 or 3 laps. And honestly, with the softs getting as low as they are, if he's going to go on another set of softs, it actually might pay to pit at the end of this lap.
Yeah, when you're talking about that fuel rate, grabbing a set of tires is nothing in comparison to having to put fuel in the car. So if you're stopping in there, even if you're 25% tires used, you're going to take on a set of tires here. So he's definitely going to got another stop. Esta's definitely got another stop. Beat Pabst he's doing well to get back up into P5 now, and he's set for the rest of the race. So it could easily come down to P3, 4, 5 right now. Going to be fighting for the win.
Yeah, Esta's looking pretty good on fuel and tires, but we know they have to run at least 1 lap on hards. Might be doing the 1 lap hard strategy at the end.
Yeah, with only 14-second gap between he and the next place, he's going to eat that 14 seconds up pretty quickly in the pits.
DePoy did go into the pits. Looks like they're going to put on the fresh set of softs, fill her up just enough. make a final dash for it.
So a little confusion in the chat on next week. Shaggy is saying, hey, we've got a break next week. The next race is apparently at Trial Mountain the week after. May have said in one of the streams that Ford Ferrari was next week, but apparently that's not the case. That will be the week after Trial Mountain. So next week, we got a break. The following week, Trial Mountain. The following week, Le Mans. It's my understanding of what the schedule's looking like.
Next race is at Trial Mountain, the MR cars, but it is 2 weeks away. We do have next weekend off. Next week off.
It's all Slow-Mo's fault. Apparently he said Ford versus Ferrari. That's it, Slow-Mo. You're fired. Well, till tomorrow anyway. Then you're back. What's the gap? I didn't pay attention there, Sal. What's the gap between P3 and P4 right now?
7 seconds.
Okay.
We know P2 and P3 left to pass you and Papa Oso. They're good to go to the end.
They are. Esta's got to get his hards yet, so yeah.
Pabst is also good to the end. I would imagine that right rear is going to be riding the struggle bus on the last lap, but will be able to make it. I don't recall if they've used their hard, they've made their hard requirement yet or not.
I believe BPAPS did early on. I think he was an early hitter, short stint on hards, if I'm not mistaken. So he should
hit it in the lap 1.
Yeah, I think so too. And he's hanging at 7. He definitely needs to pick it up a notch if he's wanting to compete with Left to Pass You and Papa Oso for the win here. But we'll see. He's fast. I mean, he's proven that time and time again. So we could definitely see a good battle here. Hopefully it's a 3-car battle. It's definitely going to be a 2-car battle. Love to see a third get in.
It looks like Mr. Casual has run down Vetter Dan. They are now within slipstream range. See as these laps wind down if they work together or if we're getting a little too late in the race. Mr. Casual is going to look to pick up one more spot before the end.
In case Mr. Casual started in last place, he had a penalty in his qualifying on what was going to be his hottest lap, his best lap, and just settled in the back and changed his strategy at the last second there.
Checking back in with our P2 and P3 battle. These guys continuing to stick together.
Yep, no fight as of yet.
With only 5 laps left to go. I think that's just a matter of time.
Oh, yeah. If I'm Papa Oso, I am perfectly happy to sit behind Left to Pass You for the next couple of laps.
Absolutely.
Just take it easy, save fuel, save tires.
He has more fuel than Left to Pass You. And we saw in that other stint that Left to Pass You was 2% lower. If we get to
Papa
the end
Oso's,
and there's any fuel saving needed, Papa Oso will be in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Papa Oso has been content to let Left to Pass You burn through his fuel and just pull it along. It's smart, really smart move here.
Meanwhile, Esta has a 14-second gap to P2, but we know he needs to pit again. That 14 seconds is not enough for a pit stop.
And Sal, he'll need fuel. He'll need fuel too. So not only does he have to get onto hards, he's going to need fuel. And we know that eats up a lot of time. So Esta, unfortunately, is probably going to drop back into the P5, P6 position when it's all said and done.
How far back did the boy fall when he did his pit? I really expected him to hold within the top 5, but go back to P9. Wow.
Yeah, he was one of our early hard runners. Has some really fresh softs for these last 4 laps. And with 2 seconds to Jersey, who definitely has more worn tires, but they're still looking good. That last lap, DePoy might have an advantage.
Yeah, Shaggy pointing out that Paps has closed down to under 6 seconds now to Papa Oso. So hoping he makes a race out of this.
With 4 laps to go, he's going to have to be a 1.5 seconds faster per lap without a slipstream, buddy. And we see we got a 3-way battle for P5. Better Dan and Mr. Casual likely working together to reel Sheldologist in.
Paps did pick up a penalty on that last lap. That's why we saw that gap go back over 6 seconds, closer to 7. So anybody was wondering why that gap opened up, he did take a pen through the chicane.
I'm sure his right rear tire is probably affecting its turns right now.
It's not looking too bad yet, but within a lap or two,
Yeah,
really going to start to feel that. Tire-wise, Sheldologist at about 50%. Better Dan, that front left is hurting a bit more than what Sheldologist had. Mr. Casual's tires look slightly better.
Yeah, look at this. We're lap 22, and all of a sudden this field is starting to tighten back up. And here the next lap or two, I think we're going to see 5 or 6, 7 cars all together again.
It's amazing watching all this play out. At the end of this lap, we will have 3 to go. And Esta in the pits, out of fuel.
Oh yeah, he took it to the bare bones there.
He's giving Left Apasio and Papa Oso in the lead, but Left Apasio has pulled a gap. Was he holding back a little bit?
May have been conserving a little fuel. I don't think Papa Oso let him get too far away. He's still well within slip range here, so we'll see once they get to the out of the infield.
Possible pin?
Tightens back up. Oh no, surely not. Maybe.
Might have been. Looking at his lap times, he had a minute 48 on that last lap. He was solidly in the 47, although it was in the high 47s the 2 before.
Yeah, it's only 4
Might just be that tire wear is getting to him.
Let's see if he can run him down here.
He has gotten closer. It is within a second and closing.
Sal, can we look at that gap between P2 and 3 real quick? Okay, still sitting
about
at about
6 seconds.
Yep, still under 4.
Oh, J-Dog out of the lobby. Unsure if that was an equipment failure or what. Sad to see J-Dog out.
So Casual had gotten around Jersey, and now these two are fighting it out. And Casual has slipped to Shelled here, so this is going to really tighten up here. Here we are, 5 cars just all tied up together.
You're just talking about DePoy.
That means Mr. Casual got by both those vets that last lap.
Nice work, Mr. Casual. Oh, DePoy going for a move here.
Here comes DePoy. He's on those pressure softs.
He's going to get Jersey's slip. He's in position to take the slip on Jersey.
DePoy just took the fastest lap with a 45.3. That slipstream really helping him out.
And the wind isn't much of a factor now. I mean, it's still there, but not like the beginning of the race.
Look at this battle. Holy smokes.
Right? He's gonna get these next 2 spots in front of him by the end of this lap.
The Sheldologist was leading this train only a couple laps ago, has dropped 3 spots in P7. Oh, Mr. Casual goes deep.
Oh, no. What a good run he had going. I mean, he started last, and he worked his way up into that fight for P4.
See, I think that was just missing his braking point, but let's watch this again.
Hopefully he didn't have some help here.
Yeah, it just broke too late.
Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That can happen when you're around your competitors. You're really trying to be who could be the last of the late breakers.
Yep. Absolutely.
Totally guilty of that one.
We still have a four-way battle here. DePoy is up to P4.
Yep.
He was just back in P9 only a few laps ago.
He's got those field goods on his car. He's flying.
He has the better tire. Definitely has less tire wear than Jersey. Jersey's tires, although Jersey's got the slipstream going for the slingshot into the final lap.
Those freaking pets are so fast.
Jersey does not have the fuel to push here, though. He's going to have to back off a little bit at some point here. He's going to be on fumes in a matter of a few turns.
Okay, let's check with everybody. Oh, Papa also had gotten around left to pass you and has a 1.3 second gap. We missed that while watching that other battle going on. Papa also ahead of the slipstream on the last half of the final lap. Pabst has closed that down to left to pass you. 4.4 seconds back. I don't think that's enough to make up, but certainly is closer. Looking at a podium finish.
Jersey is going to be on the struggle bus to get that car around here to the finish line. That thing is that fuel is low.
He's just
Boy fell back to 6th.
He has to saving fuel.
Is it a fuel thing? Might be. Let's see. Move back to deploy, please. There we go.
No,
he's
down to P7.
Yeah, he's conserving. He's just trying to make it to the line. There's going to be a few of them doing that.
Nuke and Mr. Casual. Nuke with the penalty. Mr. Casual is likely to inherit P8. And Esta, who was leading quite a bit of this race back in P10.
Yeah, he'd like to have that strap back to do over.
Papa Oso going to take the checkered flag. P1.
Congrats,
making it
Papa
work.
Oso. Yeah, left to pass you with P2. Great job, guys.
That front left tire. And that rear right on B Pabst. This guy's pushing these tires to the limit. Sheldala just to P4. Better Dan P5. DePoy P6.
Is Jersey out of fuel? He's fallen back a couple positions there.
It looks like he is. Yep. Jersey ran out. Duke 9, Esta 10, Cole in 11, and FAF Elzo in P12.
The drama.
Congratulations to Papa Oso. Playing the strat, playing possum there at the end, waiting till the end, biding his time. Getting that victory.
Well done, Papa.
Yeah, very good job, Papa Oso.
All right, C-Dubs, you want to take us through our finishing results?
For certain, Mr. Papa Oso in P1 there with a final time of 46:14. So, to give you an idea, Jorge was at about a 45:55, so about a 20-second gap there between the first split P1. P2 left to pass you in the Mercedes. B Pabst at P3 ran a great race, great strategy. Sheldologist P4, same, he did great. Vetterdan, all these racers, man, it's so tight with the strategy. Vetterdan in P5, Deploy P6. Mr. Casual from last to P7, great job. And actually would have done better than that without that late braking situation into the grass. PHG Jersey in P8 in the Corvette. S7R Nuke in the Z4 at P9. S2C P10. Cole in P11, FAF, why do I struggle saying that? FAF Elzo in P12, PHG Rowdy with the P6, or the lap 6 engine failure, we'll call it, DNF, and J-Dog dropped at some point. I think that was, probably lap 20, 21, somewhere in there. But great job. Guys, Papa Oso with the win. Great strat.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I believe J-Dog had posted into the chat that he got to a point where he realized his strat wasn't working and just and called it.
I understand that, J-Dog. Completely understand that.
But man, that was that was exciting. I mean, there was battles throughout. You know, as the usual, we saw a number of different strategies there play out, and you know, ended up with a 5-car battle there at the end. So
Yeah.
exciting race. We do need to nominate our driver of the race. Papa, let's go with you first. Who for you
Driver
is
of
your
the
driver
race.
of the race?
I don't know. I guess I'm going to take the obvious. Papa Oso. I mean, he just played it perfect. He stayed behind VIP, left to pass you for 10 laps, and opened her up because he saved all the fuel. Had the gusto to go for it, and off he went.
All right, Papa
It was a
Oso,
great stretch, great drive.
Who's your pick?
You know, I'm going to go with one that you probably wouldn't expect, but just because of the positions gained, our fellow commentator, Mr. Casual, went from P14 to P7, certainly had a P4, P5 in him without that mistake. So I'm going to give Mr. Casual some love here and nominate him.
Well, you took my pick. I was going to say Mr. Casual, but you know, I don't know. For the rest of this, I think I'll go with left to pass you. He stayed up front, you know, played a good strat, made sure not to battle with Papa Oso. I think at the end, you know, Papa Oso was able to get the better of him, but still had a good, solid run in that one. So I'm going to say left to pass you is my choice.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Pyro's
put that
pointing out in the
poll
chat. We
Yeah.
did not give Paps love. We should have. You're right. You're 100% right. From 10 to 3rd, did great there. My
Did
apologies.
it at the end of lap 1 and was able to maintain his laps, and it fell right back into the group when after everybody else pitted. Something I didn't do.
All right.
Yeah, kudos
Really
to B
quickly, I
Paps,
want to
too.
give a shout out to Jason Duncan, Bobagito, and Rob for your super chats at the beginning of this stream. I know I didn't call those out as they were coming in, but give you guys some love. Thank you so much for helping support us here and what we're doing. Before we go to break, I want to, you know, give a shout out to our sponsors, 40 Racewear. Go check them out at 40racewear.com. If you decide to order any of their stuff, they have a lot of good products. Use code PAPA10X at checkout to get 10% off. Yeah, Papa's showing off his 4D gear. I got wearing my 4D gear that they sent over my way. Also, you know,
it's
thank
Bronco
you to
Day at my house.
Oh, Broncos Day. Also, shout out to Lithograph Comics, Greg, aka Litho over there. You can find him on Instagram. We got Vexed Graphics Design. You can also find him on Instagram. And then the Mist Chronicles, authored by our very own Tuzzenbox. You can find the Mist Chronicles set on Amazon.com. Well, thank you, Josh Moment, for the $4.99 dono. We appreciate that, sir. All right, with that being said, we are going to take a break. Let the lobby get filled back up with our next split. We have coming up split 4. We'll be back in just a few minutes with that. Everybody, stick around.
Yo, lights out, engines roar, season 3 PHG, we back for more. Tracks are set, combos tight, Shaggy laid it down, it's a racer's delight. Buckle up teams, it's time to thrive. PHG World Series, we going live! We going live! Rubber burns, curves kiss the breeze. GT7 streets where legends see. Shaggy cooked the recipe, fire in the stew. Cars and tracks match like a dance for the crew. From hairpin bends to straights that scream. Every line a story, every race a dream. Fuel in the veins, adrenaline spree. Welcome to the jungle, season 3.
Clock's ticking, engines kicking, every second counts, feel the friction. New teams rolling, old champ flex. Rev it up, y'all. Who's next?
Season 3, let the tires sing. PHG, where the fast take wing.
Welcome racers to the grand design.
Speed meets hard on every finish line.
Season 3, yeah, it's time to ignite.
Strapping tight,
It's a furious flight.
I see sparks fly, the tarmac glows. Races in sync like a symphony flows. Strategy spin, minds on the wheel. Every move calculated, every turn you feel. Teams collide, rivalries bloom under the floodlights, engines boom. Ladies and gents, take your stance. PHG's the stage, here's your chance.
Yeah.
Apex hunters chasing the crown. Draft through the pack, don't slow down.
Pit stop precision, seconds to spare.
Victory's a breath, snatch it from the air.
Season 3, let the tires sing. PHG, where the fast take wing. Welcome racers to the grand design.
Speed meets hard on every finish line.
Season 3, yeah, it's time to ignite. Strapping tight, it's a furious flight.
Yeah. Yo, PHG in the lobby. Yeah, lights flash, engines rise. Season 3 begins, and the world's watching with wide eyes. Yeah. Drivers from all nations, every flag in flight. The grid is stacked heavy, competition's tight, but PHG rolls deep, steady nerve, sharp aim. Every corner carved clean, every lap pure flame. Built the squad from grit, no shortcuts, no favors. Earned every ounce of respect from rivals and haters. But when the pressure peaks and the storm grows greater, there's one name whispered: Shaggy the Rainmaker. Dark clouds roll whenever he takes the track. Rivals feel the thunder rumbling right up their backs. When that visor drops, whole lobby starts to quake. Cause Shaggy makes the rain fall heavier than heartbreak. Cause Shaggy makes the rain fall heavier than heartbreak. Yeah, hey. Moves unified, every driver locked in. Strategy like clockwork. Patience wearing thin, slipstreams tighten. The tires start to scream. This ain't luck, this is craft, this is PHG's team. Rain or shine, the grind stays endless. Every driver fearless, every line relentless. But when the sky goes black and the storms get great, everyone knows what's coming. The Rainmaker, Shaggy the Rainmaker. Bring the thunder, bring the spray, make the legends shake. Season 3 is ours, history's ours to make. Team PHG forever, destiny will take us. Every storm on track starts with Shaggy the Rain. The ring of rain, make a way away, make a way away, make a way away, the way, the ring of rain, make a way away, make a way away, make a way away, yeah. Season 3, engines loud, PHG standing proud. And when the storm rolls in, you already know something that. You already know something that. You already know something that. Shaggy the Rainmaker. Bring the thunder, bring the spray, make the legend shake. Season 3 is ours, history's ours to make. Team PHG forever, destiny will take us. Every storm on track starts with Shaggy the Rain. The way away, make a way away, make a way away, make a way away, the way away, make a way away, make a way away, make a way away, the day.
Seven tracks, 7 chances. You blink, you're gone. This is the PHG World Series, Season 3. Strap in or get past. Lights on the grid, heart on red, foot down heavy, can't hear the dread. Ghosts in my mirrors, chasing my line. I carve that apex like I'm cutting through time. Rubber on curve, sparks in the dark. Every split second could
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are done with, just wrapped up Split 2 earlier. That was a heck of a race we just saw there with the way everything panned out. I know, Papa, you could sympathize with some of those guys that got stuck in the back without the draft.
Oh, man.
But it was nice seeing all the other strats come together at the end.
Absolutely. I guess I'm more surprised with Mr. B. Pabst. Qualified in 10th, so he's already back in the pack. Hit it at the end of lap 1 and was just out there on an island by himself, so to speak. And he's fast enough. He made that strat work and got an excellent finish for his work. I was not, and was frustrated for, about 20 more laps. But yeah, so kudos to B. Pabst. That was actually a pretty good run on his part.
Yeah, thank you.
One of us, thanks for the guys for bringing that up in chat. Yeah, we're kind of on the spot. When that happens, we're trying to think of other stuff, but then we kind of get put on the spot, and we're just trying to picture back to what happened. So sorry about that, Mr. B. Pabst, for us not putting you in the poll there, but certainly an awesome race to you, sir.
Yeah, definitely deserved to be in there. But with the poll closed, looks like it was pretty solid driver of the race victory for Papa Oso, who also was the driver victor in that race. So congrats to him. Double win on the day.
Well deserved.
But now we move on to our second race in Split 4. So let's once again remind our viewers of what we're doing today. And C-Dubs, can you take us through the setup?
Certainly. Here, round 2, we're at Split 4 at Daytona Road Course. We've got 25 laps. We've got 3 times wear on racing hards required. I should say 3 times tire wear and racing hards are required. Fuel at 4X. We're in the Group 3 cars, the cars that'll be participating in the Rolex 24-hour manufacturers. So, of which Papa will be there, and TK's, and Turbo, and a select few of others. So they get to tell us all about it here in a few days.
Heck yeah.
All right, and Papa, can you take us through the Split 4 drivers we expect to see on track?
Absolutely. Let's see. Up here in number 1, we have PHG Root driving a Corvette. We have NVR Krulov in his Lamborghini. We have PHG Amarillo Dash in his 458. LDP GSX R1. Wonder what that actually means. I digress.
Oh, no.
He is in his
mouthful.
Q driving another 458. And we have NVR Maverick in his GT race car. Old Man Pip driving the Porsche 911. Nasty. PHG Nasty driving the BMW Z4. And we have PHG Jazam in a second Lamborghini in the field. PHG Arrow with his BMW Z4. PHG Stiggy, who I believe is not here. I think taking his place will be
T-Rex Arms.
Yeah, T-Rex Arms with his tiny arms. He'll be all right.
And he is driving the Mustang, so he is
Mustang, nice.
Proudly representing the second Mustang of this round.
Very nice, very nice. And then we have, who's in the first Mustang? You threw me with that one.
Wid.
Oh, Wid was. Okay, yeah, split one. Then we have Steven Sills in his Ford GT. BHR Johnny Boy with the second 458 of this split. And Jason Dangit driving the Chevy Corvette.
Every
All right,
time
there
I
we
think
go.
of Jason Dangit, I think it's maybe what his parents, he thought his name was growing up. It's like, Jason Dangit. So he just stuck with it.
I could totally see that. So, all right, well, it's going to be interesting to see what T-Rex Arms can do coming into this at the last minute. I'm not sure if he's had as much practice as everybody else, but he also might be suffering from a little bit of overconfidence after seeing what Wid did in the first split with that Mustang. But, we shall see. Otherwise, it's just the sleeper car. You know, who knows? Maybe T-Rex Arms is going to run his way to the front. That would be a fun one to watch. But the grid is set. We are just waiting for Shaggy to kick this one off. What do we expect to see in this one, C-Dubs? You got some high hopes. Do you have any predictions?
No, I knew you were going to say that. You know,
Taking a page
here's what
out
I'll
of
remind
TK's.
everybody. Yeah, here's what I'll remind everybody. The split, the difference between times on all these splits was less than 2 seconds. And, you know, we're talking hundreds between each split. So I would be hesitant to call out a winner in this. And, you know, to point out in many rounds, there's an obvious difference in the skill level between split 1 and split 4. This one, we've got lots of fast drivers in split 4. You know, Q was in split 4 last week, but was dominant in split 4. He ran off with that thing. Q is definitely a fast driver. So, you know, without picking 2 or 3, I'm going to tell you that Q is going to be in the mix at the end of this race.
All right, the drivers are getting out on track. You know, Papa, feel free to give us your predictions while we watch the outlaps and check out these liveries.
Oh my God, who do you start with? So many good drivers. Let's see, well, we can start right at the top. Root, he's definitely been putting in some practice. He's been in a couple of my practice sessions, so, and he's looking fast. Maverick, that's obviously skipping Q, who's definitely fast. Maverick's pretty quick. Jazam, I don't know how well that Lamborghini's going to do, but he has been in a couple practice sessions. Arrow is always fast as well. I'm going to go with either Maverick or Arrow, I think. Can't pick just one.
Do we have 3? Is that right? 3 Ferraris in this split, which I'm a huge fan. Oh yeah, right together.
Yeah, 3 of them, yep.
Jason, dang it. And the tricks. I love it.
I like that livery.
Great livery.
NVR always looking good. Have similar to FAF, not in the theme, but in the fact that they always are matching, looking good.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, we had 2 NVR drivers yesterday in the same split, and we have 2 NVR drivers today in the same split as well. It'll be interesting to see if they team up during qualifying.
The work that old man Pitt put into that live.
Actually, we've got 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
3 of them. 3 NVRs, yeah.
So coming on to our first hot lap here, lap 2. We'll see how these guys do this. I think we need to give him a nickname of some sort, because if we have to keep saying LDPGSXR1.
So I was going through chat, and Cousin Box put it is Lid Big 601. I have no idea what that means either.
Okay, say that again.
I have a feeling he's guessing.
Very, very possible. I have no idea.
I'm going to go with XR1. That's how I'm
XR1.
That's how I'm going to roll with this split.
All right, Shaggy's saying in chat, he told T-Rex he could qualify, but his arms can't reach the gearbox. Good one, Shaggy.
So T-Rex will be driving automatic, it sounds like.
That's his Wi-Fi password.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
It's like a couple of these guys are kind of out in no man's land during qualifying. That's probably going to hurt them a little bit. Meanwhile, some others have certainly teamed up.
You know, just thinking, the last split, everybody was spread out for qualifying. I don't think hardly anybody took advantage of grouping up and getting any slip.
I'm going to have to assume a few of these pit at the end of lap 1. Looks like we got some pitters at the end of lap 2 here.
Okay, so our first hot lap by XR1. Oh, wow. Okay, it's shaking up quickly. So Q's up there, then Root, then XR1, then Johnny Boy, Arrow, Steven Seals. Again, first lap of hot laps, so we expect these to improve quite drastically.
Absolutely.
And VR up there as well. VR Maverick. We saw this in the last split. There was a lot of low 47s to start with, but we saw those times come down.
Yeah, in my personal practice, doing a quality practice, I would be, you know, mid 47 on my first hot lap, and I was 46 flat on the third hot lap. So it was a drastic difference in 3 laps just from the fuel. Now, if we look at the wind again, we've got that 19 foot per second wind against them coming out of the infield here. So that's gonna play again. We're probably not gonna see those 45s or even low 46s based on that.
Cornbread giving us a little bit of insight in the chat that he's guessing that it looks like this is a motorbike reference. That LDP is an upgrade from the GSXR
1000
street bike.
They call him Gixxer, same as Street Bike.
Okay, we'll call him Gixxer then.
I like it. You got a name for him.
Cute bump drafting en route. These guys definitely working together. They're already 1-2. Gonna try to push that up a little higher.
Smart.
Looks like you got the better of that with the 46.7. But Root still in P2 at the 47.2. Maverick jumps up to P2 at the 47.1.
He's running solo.
Yeah.
No slipstream help there.
Well, several racers in the pit right now. They did that post lap 3 pit, which is going to give them 2 hot laps, but on great tires and low fuel. So I would expect a couple of them to do well yet.
Maverick is purple. The first sector. The Q is off by about a half second.
So Papa, correct me if I'm wrong, but whether you pit or you don't, 6 laps is all you can get out of this qualifying, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
6 is max.
Yes, some of these guys at the front could potentially come in at the end of lap 4 here then. Put on some fresh rubber with a third of their fuel gone and really try to lay down a heater.
Well, that's what we saw Cole do, and he had about, 2 seconds to spare crossing the line, so I don't know. I think that's really pushing it. But possible.
It is possible. It's a gutsy move.
Yeah, you're hoping for 0 mistakes. I like giving myself 3 laps to mess up 2 of them, and most of the time 3, but do like giving myself that little cushion. So it looks like Gixxer has a fan or 2 in the chat. His Be Like is saying that Gixxer has to lock in, so there's a couple fans. I did notice that he was in the chat yesterday. He or she, Gixxer, was in the chat yesterday rooting for the NVR guys. So obviously some affiliation there, and we're glad to have them. And their friends in the chat, we appreciate you guys joining us.
Absolutely. It's good to see the variety of teams join this season.
Yeah, we
Looks
mentioned
like
it
he's
before.
amazing.
Joker Series. We had a couple Frenchmen join us for Joker Series. That was awesome.
We're going global.
Going global, guys, for sure. We're definitely picking up steam across the different series. Q's still up top with that 146.7. See Gixxer through the bus stop here.
He was purple through the first 2 sectors. Let's see if he's maintained that. Well, he's on a personal best, but not quite. But no longer purple.
Yeah, so he would be right there on Root's heels if he maintains this pace. It'll be real close.
right.
Does
Final laps.
improve just behind Root.
1600s.
Looks like Q just crossed the line but did not improve.
Maverick on fresh boots. Let's go, Root.
Just finished up his out lap, but now Root this time has a drafting partner. Root was the one pulling Q along, which gave Q the pole. We'll see if having somebody to draft with and Steven Sills may give him a little bit better time.
Well, hopefully Steven doesn't hold him up, which seems to be what's happening, possibly.
Where Root's split is here.
Looks like a number of guys getting some improvements. Nobody's jumped up into the top 5. Root is purple by a 10th.
Steven's not holding him up too much.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
he's not.
oh, and Steven Sills, late break there, did not look like there was any contact.
Nope.
And Root lost his drafting partner just as we get to the important part of the track.
Yep, now he gets to go into that headwind.
All by himself.
He's still 2/10 up on his own lap.
Papa and I are not
Which would move
charging.
him to P2.
Yeah, we're not charging anything extra too for the little musical clips we'll give you guys. from
Oh
time to
man.
time.
No, if I did too much more of that, I'd be having to pay people.
Well, Sal might pay you so we don't lose viewers.
All right.
Well, Gixxer with a slight improvement hops over Root.
Up into P3.
Root's up.
Root's up
Root is
3/10
up.
though. He's looking at a 46.
Looking to get
If
that
he can-
P2.
That Corvette does pull
Yes, it
all
does.
by itself.
Putting it on
Oh,
the
you wanted to,
line.
Papa.
Good.
Okay, does improve.
Does improve back into 3rd.
Is that 100th? Missed second by 100?
He did.
Wow.
Murillo dashed the line. Does not improve. Jason Dangit is done. I think we got everybody done at this point. We're just going to put Q on pole. The only driver in the 46s with a 46.776.
And not far off from split 2. So 2 splits apart, and we're within a couple of hundredths on the qualifying times there. So, okay.
Look at 2, 3, and 4. All in the 47 ones.
Jeez. All right, Papa, do you want to take us through the qualifying results?
Absolutely. Sitting on pole, we have Q. 146.776 for the best lap. P2 is NVR Maverick. Just 3.5 tenths behind. We have P3 is Root, which is only, what, 100th behind Maverick. Gixxer, P4, 147.154. NVR Krulov is in P5 with a 47.480. Mr. PHG Arrow is at a 47.578. PHG Nasty with 47.821. PHG Amarillo Dash rounding out the top 8 with his 47.852. P9 Jason Dang It from Team FAF is at a 147.862. DHR Johnny Boy 47.893. Old Man Pip 48.001. Mr. Steven Sills with 48.174. PHG Jazam with a 49.135. And T-Rex Arms couldn't reach a steering wheel, so he's starting in the back of the field with us today.
Good try anyway, T-Rex.
In the Mustang, of all things.
In the Mustang, yeah.
Yeah, we've got 3 of those NVR guys qualified in the top 5.
Yep.
You know, they now have a chance to work together on a track where working together can pay dividends.
Absolutely.
You know, this could be another tight race. You know, any surprises from qualifying? I think C-Dubs, you had predicted Q as doing well. Sure enough, he's on pole.
Yeah, I think too. I'm curious if NVR, of course, they're in different manufacturers, but I wonder if they're working on a similar strat where they could stay together. Uh, it'd be kind of neat to see, a couple of guys on the same team maintain the same strat and run the whole race together, just pushing each other.
Makes you wonder, or I guess consider the fact that they may even be in their own chat and strategizing and planning things out as they go through this race.
Yeah, absolutely.
That might have been my plan if I wouldn't have blown qualifying. But yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm sure some of these teams certainly, work together. Interesting that they are in 3 different cars. I know with the FAF guys, we see them a lot of times running the same car with the same livery, and end up trying to work together. It wouldn't surprise me if they were also on comms, but NVR is a good opportunity in here. We haven't seen the Huracan in any of the other splits, and we've got 2 of them in this one.
Yeah.
How do we think the Huracan's going to do? Papa, what's your take on that one? Do you think the Lamborghini's going to have a shot?
I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I can't really stand the Lamborghini. I can't seem to control that thing. It's really loose and light for me. And I'm always sliding all over the place. But with that being said, there are definitely drivers out there that have mastered the feel of that car. I do think it has potential to actually maybe make some noise. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I
Now,
think
it gets out of the turns well, right? Isn't that the thing with the Lamborghini? It gets out of the turns really well.
Really torquey, which
Yep.
is not good for me.
I mean,
Which
it's
is
really
probably why-
torquey. I mean, it's a little bit better in the turns too, isn't it? It just kind of lacks in the top end, kind of like the Ferrari 458, right? Where it's got good acceleration. The infield, it certainly excels, but then when you get on the ovals, it's a matter of, all right, well, he's got, teammates in a Mercedes and that Ford GT, which we know certainly has top end speed, which if they can either bump or pull him along, could still work out.
Right.
Have we seen a 296 in any of the splits? I can't remember seeing a 296.
I don't believe we have.
I don't think so.
It looks like the
I
drivers are headed to their cars. We'll be starting very shortly.
I did practice with the 296. I found it to be difficult to control, especially at full speed going into T1 there. I spun that booger several times right there in that spot, but there was a few guys that were practicing with them that I thought might stick with them. And here we go.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay, so Q on hards. I love looking through the field right out of the gate to see who's starting on what.
Like the top 2 are on hards. P3, Root on the softs.
And Root's got the speed to definitely get something done here. Oh, Q overshoots T1 a little bit. Gives the opportunity to Maverick and Root to make some noise.
Oh, it's so hard going side by side through those S's right there.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it looks easy, but it isn't.
Right.
Oh, it looks like we had... Who was that in the back in the gray Ford? Went a little deep.
Oh, Q got
off into
trouble
the
on one of the easiest turns there. Yeah, he just made a mistake. Somehow held on to it and didn't lose any more positions.
A Root should be able to get out of this next turn onto the high speed section.
Yeah, as long as Maverick doesn't close him down.
Ooh, Maverick had a good drive off.
Uh-oh, we got a
Spin
spin
off
here.
goes around.
Yep. Plenty of time to make up. He's still going to have some cars coming behind him that he can work with. He's not going to be completely left out.
See, he's coming out of this turn. Gives it the beans, and around it goes.
So easy to do there on the old hard tires.
That's a Gixxer into a spin. Lap 1. If you're listening, don't give up. It's lap 1.
I had seen in the background we had a couple other guys that went deep into international horseshoe along with the other hairpin. So I think there's some guys in the back that have made some early mistakes, but as you said, there's plenty of race to catch back up.
Right.
Now, Root's going to have some overspeed and better tires going into T1. Let's see if he doesn't try to go to the inside. Oh, outside. Is he going to take... Oh, he overshoots it.
He went way outside.
Late on the brakes.
Stay out of that dirty stuff.
Now, is that going to be a pin?
Shouldn't be a pin. These may not like this next horseshoe, international horseshoe.
Yeah,
Those dirty tires.
Dirty tires.
Yep.
Arrow right there in the mix now, up into P3. Q's back to P4. Trying to get those tires cleaned up. On the hards. He's playing the long game.
Arrow and
Time to
Root
take
are
it off.
both on the softs.
Yep.
They're on equal footing here.
Need to get around Maverick as soon as they can.
Q on
They
the
don't burn up
hards,
the tires.
Nasty also on the softs.
I thought they were going to do that 3 wide.
I thought so too. I thought Johnny was going.
Bob's going, dang it! Get out of the inside.
Mason, dang it.
Yeah, he needs to dive down and get... There you go. I was going to say, he needs to get down there and be part of the solution.
He's on the hards, Johnny Boy on the softs. He's dang it on the hards.
Ooh.
Johnny Boy going side by side. Gets the pass done, dang it. Concedes.
Dang it, backed out.
So Cornbread in chat saying, you know, if Root does his normal cheating, he should be a lock. It's definitely one of our cheaters. We have a couple of them.
While we were watching that other battle, Root did take the lead.
Nice job, Root.
Arrow right on the back of Maverick.
Let's see if he gets it done here. Yeah, Maverick smartly goes way into the inside to protect that inside line. On those harder tires, that's what you got to do.
Looks like Arrow is just chomping at the bit
Yeah, he is.
to get past him.
Yeah, nothing else. Just like Papa said, that turn going out of the infield. If he positions himself right, he should be able to drive around him coming out of there.
Right.
Oh, he dives in, using
Got
those
it.
soft tires to his advantage.
Nice. Held his line inside. Beautiful pass.
So now we've got 2 PHG guys right up front. We've got Root and Arrow, P1, P2.
On soft
On
tires.
the softs. On the softs, that's right.
Oh,
Looking again
caught
at this pass here.
Caught the pass right in the middle. Beautiful. Gave each other space.
Awesome racing.
So Maverick's got to be careful here. He's on the hards, but he's got to be careful to try to let these guys get too far away. Especially in that GT and on these straights here. He needs to hang on as best he can. Oh, I know somebody's getting a pin. A couple pins got to be coming through there.
That was, yeah, that was great.
Nasty on the softs.
Nasty.
Catching up to Maverick, was hoping to get up with those other two also on the softs. That's going to hurt his chances there. He's going to have to tuck in behind Q most likely.
I don't know. Q's
Oh,
not
and
gonna
Shaggy's
get
saying in the chat that he had talked to Maverick earlier. Give him a shout out. He is the latest Sector 7 Pro-Am champion.
Oh, very nice, Maverick.
Maverick.
Outstanding.
Looks like Maverick got still around Arrow.
Yep, got back around to Arrows, back into P2.
I do love that livery that Arrow runs.
Yep.
Big lithograph comics on the side.
Yeah,
Then
always
Clay.
Trying
a
to get that
fan.
dive in there
turn.
again.
Yep, always a fan of the black and orange look. My whole rig is themed in those colors. Well, it doesn't help that my wife's a huge Tennessee Volunteer fan, so we have a lot
There's
of
that
orange
drive.
look.
There's that drive. Now can he hold it? His GTs are fast.
Yeah, here, Maverick's going to tuck
Maverick's
into him.
Meanwhile, Root is getting away while these two are battling it out.
There he is. It's a running route.
Maverick just staying content to tuck in behind Arrow.
I don't know about you guys. Something that's easy for me to do in this situation is you get to racing and you start forgetting about the fact that you've got to save fuel. So hopefully these guys will recall, you know, these guys that are on these fuel-saving strats where they're trying to possibly do a one-stopper, don't forget the end game here. It's really easy to get caught up in a race that you're in and be like, oh, I've got to get this guy in the next turn, but you got to settle down and remember your strategy.
Maverick going for the pass. It's like he's going to clear him well before turn 1.
I think that's where he got him last lap, too.
And that Ford GT is so fast on the long straight. You know, and it's fair to have two guys, you know, just leapfrog each other on those straights. They're not really holding each other up. They're kind of slingshotting each other around. It's when they're battling in the infield, as we see, Maverick went a little wide. Arrow just slips on past him.
Gotta believe Root is looking at his rear view right now like, yeah, guys, keep it up. Good job. Yeah, y'all fight it out.
We're seeing Arrow with those softer tires continuing to make the pass in the infield, but then Maverick, Ford GT, pulling it around on the long straights. A little bit more of a gap this time, though. And Nasty's in the mix. He had to serve that penalty and has caught back up.
So is Maverick our only hard runner in top 4 here?
Yes. Then we have Q and P5 also on the hards. Maverick did close that gap. Maybe close enough to get that slingshot again. Nasty trying to just hang on.
Yeah, with the fighting these guys are doing, I mean, not really fighting, but they're pushing pretty hard there in the top 4. Makes you wonder if any of those guys are shooting for a one-stop strategy. Maybe Maverick coming out on the hards, but he has been pushing and scrapping pretty good here with Arrow in the first few laps. So be curious to see how this strat plays out.
Once again, gets that pass done well before the dive into turn 1. We'll see if Arrow can get around him again in the infield.
The deja vu moment each lap.
Right? Root's loving it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Root's pulled away to a 4-second lead on P2.
Yeah.
Maverick going a little deep. Arrow not able to get the pass done this time, though. See if he gets him coming onto the high bank.
Not quite.
He's got the speed. Oh, he's going to work with him.
Smart.
I think he knows Maverick's got the extra top end. To have him pull him along may help both of them. If Arrow can be patient and do the overtake leading into turn 1, may be able to pull away from him in the infield with the better tire.
Maverick's so close to getting a pin there. He might have hung on, but not even by a quarter of an inch.
Appears he is safe. I'm going to stay with these guys as they come into turn 1. See if we get a little roll reversal. Arrow not closing quite as quickly as Maverick's been doing. Looks like they're going to hold station in turn 1.
Yeah, Arrow may have decided just to be content, sit behind him, save some fuel. I wonder if any of these guys are changing strategies mid-race based on, you know, how things are going the first few laps. I mean, we know Mr. Casual did the last split just because of his qualification. Johnny Boy getting a little loose there.
Yeah, I switched back to Johnny Boy. I saw in the background he had a heck of a dive on Q going into turn 1. Wasn't quite able to make it stick. Johnny Boy on the soft tire. As we know, Q is on the hard tire, but holding him off.
Ferrari versus Ferrari.
Get back up to the Maverick versus Aero battle. Aero tight on his bumper. Check back a little further.
Say it right.
Shazam!
Really close back there. Maverick pulling a bit of
Now
a
our
gap.
race is- Yep, it's right here. P2, P3. Again, Root looking in the rear view, smiling. He's got his Sunday tunes on.
Did you see that? Aero got the better exit and was pulling up alongside, but Maverick
That GT.
just
GTs,
able to hold him off.
Now, all of this has allowed Nasty. I think within the next lap, Nasty's going to be in the slip, and he's going to be a factor in this little group. Yeah, Nasty's right on him now.
Aero had gone into turn one a bit wide. I think he was trying to pull off the switcheroo. Wasn't quite able to get it down to the apex where he wanted it. Checking with Root, he's got a 6-second lead. Tires are about halfway down and has used almost 3/4 of a tank of fuel getting through the laps. Maverick doing quite a bit better on tires, obviously, because he's on the hards, and a little bit better on fuel.
He's nasty.
Aero doing much better on fuel. You know, I wonder if these last couple laps he's just decided to tuck in, save that fuel. As we've said before, that low refuel rate can get you passes done in the pits.
Surprising, however, Aero, I don't know if you saw that, when he had opportunities to give the bump, he just backed off the throttle a little bit. I'm not sure what the strategy is with that.
Might be the fuel saving.
Yeah, so these two have allowed Nasty right into the mix here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by not working together, they're
Yeah,
slowing each other down.
so
Aero
Aero's
slides up, maybe giving the position to Nasty. He goes side by side briefly.
not sure what the strat is there. But knowing Aero,
Although-
he has a reason. He has a reason.
If
for
you
doing
look
it.
at the fuel, you see Nasty also in the Z4 is down to about 1/8 of a tank of fuel, while Aero in the same car has a lot more fuel than Nasty.
tucking behind Maverick. I just feel like he could have been bumping. They could have still saved fuel and pulled away from Nasty, but felt like they intentionally or unintentionally let Nasty right into the mix here, and now he's going to be pushing on Maverick. What's Maverick's fuel looking like again?
Not bad. Not as good as Aero's, but not bad. Got a 1/4 tank left. Given the math, he'll probably make it through lap 11.
Now let's take a look at Root's fuel, because he's been out there just shoveling the air. Slightly under 1/4, but still not bad, and
Not bad.
tires are not terrible. I mean, he has done a great job with this Corvette out there in P1, and now he's up to over 7 seconds.
Kind of cruising, doing his own thing.
Yes, he is. It's worked out well.
And Nasty's really
Correct.
only got maybe one more lap to go. He's going to have to come in. Now they're bump
T-Rex at the
drafting.
P7 step starting in the back.
Working that Mustang.
There it is. Great job, Wesley.
Added some extensions to those T-Rex arms. Looks like Johnny Boy did eventually get past Q. Is up into P5, pulling away. But that right rear tire has seen better days. I don't know if he's going to make it through the fuel run before burning that tire out.
That tire's been eaten, isn't it?
And it looks like from 10th or maybe 11th on back are our early pitters. Can't get over how well Arrow is doing on the fuel. Giving Nasty a couple of bumps.
I think Nasty went into severe fuel saving. I don't think Arrow was expecting that.
Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time making it to the pits.
Right, right. Probably see the same thing happen coming out of the chicane. Bus stop.
He's not going to make it.
Yeah, he's losing time to Arrow. He's got to have.
There he goes.
Arrow with the easy pass, it looks like.
He's out. Nasty's out of fuel.
No, he's still accelerating.
Still got it.
Oh, there it went.
Bye-bye.
Couldn't have cut that any closer.
Right?
But Root came in, Maverick came in, but Arrow staying out. Plenty good on tires, probably has at least 2 laps of fuel left in there.
Yeah.
Make it through lap 12, continues to fuel save, could do 13 laps on hards. Arrow might be on the one-stop strat.
I believe so, absolutely. Just what I was going to say.
We'll see if he switches to hards when he comes out. Johnny Boy being promoted up to P2. But again, look at that right rear.
Yeah, early on I would have said Maverick was on a one-stop strat, especially coming out on hards. But he's obviously pitted. I don't know how that's going to work here overall.
Well, honestly, you got to hand it to Mav, too. I mean, he just ran on the racing hards versus all these racing softs and was still in P2 when he came into the pit.
He did.
All right, so Nasty has come out on the hards. Krulov has come out on the softs. And Nasty did not fill the whole way up. So is likely going to go back to, yeah. Planning on how many laps he's going to finish on softs. Then Maverick, predictably on the softs, didn't fill it all the way up. And Jazam, not very far back. That's about half a tank of fuel, but looking good on the softs. Must have just changed on the softs, but did not fill it all the way up. And Arrow and Johnny Boy both in the pits. Which promotes Q up to P1 for a lap or two.
So Arrow coming in when he did, I would have loved to have seen him get one more lap out of that and possibly pull off a one-stopper, because I don't know that it's possible now.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
One more lap probably would have done it.
14 laps now.
So now Q into the lead.
Got Amarillo Dash in P2, also looks like has not pitted yet.
Still looking great on fuel. Tires are looking great.
Arrow, after that pit, still in P3.
Doing the two-stop.
He's on the racing hards. And yeah, did not fill it up all the way. You're absolutely right, Papa. Is doing the two-stop strat. But is probably only going to run 2 or 3 laps on these hards, I would think.
Yeah.
Sal, can we take a look at Q really fast? I want to see what his fuel and tire situation is. Okay, so he's got to come in here at the end of this lap for tires and fuel. I mean, his hards are fine, but you got to believe he's getting off these hards. The question then for Q, is he going to try to get 13 laps and make this a one-stopper?
May still be able to stretch that. One
Yeah,
more lap.
he's got about a lap of fuel left.
Yeah.
And in fact, he's going to make it. He's going to do it. Run a 13th lap.
Oh man,
That means 12 on the softs. If he can make the softs last. But as we saw with Johnny Boy, those Ferraris eat up that rear tire. But the car will be lighter. At the end. I take it back. He's going to have to fill it all the way up.
What's our delta from route to Q right now?
Root is 44 seconds back. And it looks like he filled it up and put the hards on.
But even tire fuel saving in that vet, I don't know with 3/4 of a tank of fuel if he can run the rest. He's almost going to have to make another stop.
Yeah.
And Q is in the best spot here from a strategy perspective. Q is going to be able to go on to, I'm going to predict in that Ferrari, I'm going to predict he's going on to mediums when he stops on this next lap and then run the rest of the race on the mediums. That would be my guess, because I can tell you that 458 eats the softs almost worse than any of the other cars out here in the field.
It's about at the same spot with fuel as Nasty was. He may have just enough to make it. It's going to be really close. Nasty only ran out with maybe 100, 150 yards to go. Yeah, he's going to make it. We will have to check back with him to see what tires he comes out on.
I don't know if Amarillo is going to finish this lap.
Yeah, he's got a ways to go yet here. But, I mean, you know, similar to Q. He can coast in from here.
That is going to put Arrow back up into P1, but is going to have to pit again. He comes in at the end of this lap. That'll be 11 laps to go on the softs. I think that would make it, but he's got a long refuel to go, whereas Root has already filled up. So he is not going to spend nearly as much time in the pits on this next stop.
I think Root is in the pits now.
Nope, Q is in the pits still. Root is still out. Jason, dang it. Tucked up behind Arrow, but certainly will have to pit soon. That front left starting to show some wear.
Jason, dang it, let's go.
Dang it!
Dang it.
Let's take a look real quick, see what compound Q came out on, because if he's on softs or mediums.
He's on mediums.
He's on mediums, yep. So he's definitely got the one-stopper strategy, and without mistake, I think Q is set up the best right now to pull off a win.
He is 23 seconds back from Arrow, and Arrow's going to spend a lot of time in the pits fueling that thing up.
According to series creator Shaggy, it is Root's son coming out of the bus stop. That's why he's so far back right now.
Oh, he spun?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, but he'll probably just, like, you know, X circle, up, down, whatever, and I think it takes like 12 seconds off his time.
All right, Jason Dang It and Old Man Pip into the pits. Krulov here, running a nice quiet race, sitting in P2. Certainly has a couple more laps to go before that right rear totally gives out. He's probably feeling it at this point.
Now, has has he pitted once already? I believe he has. Yeah, because his softs are. So, did he run hards in the first stint?
I think he was an early pitter.
Okay, so he'll be able to put softs on and hammer down, because he's only going to end up with, you know, what, 8, 9 laps at that point?
Yeah, and he does have his teammate behind him, who has gone purple in the first sector. We know that the Ford is likely going to catch up to the Huracan on the fast section. They could start to work together. Make
Now
something
Maverick
happen.
does not have the fuel to finish the race, so he's definitely got another stop coming.
That is true. But Krulov does as well. So if they could work out pitting together as teammates, they could continue to work together for the rest of the race.
But Krulov would have to take on quite a bit more fuel. So
yeah, you're right. They'd end up quite a ways apart by the time. I mean, he is ahead, but only by 1.6 seconds.
right, so that refuel speed would have them 10, 12 seconds apart by the time they got out of the pits.
Looks like Arrow's going to have to come in on this one. He's running on fumes.
Yeah, he is.
But he's likely to fill up just enough, get onto those soft compounds, and run it to the end.
Yep, he'll be able to push it too.
Maverick came in.
Yep, so Maverick just getting off those hards, back onto the softs. Or is he on softs?
He's on softs with plenty of tire wear
okay.
left.
That surprised me.
Yeah, that's a curious move. I mean, he's got to fill it up, but you would think he would have worn down those softs a little more before changing them, unless he thinks he can stretch the softs and do this pit stop without changing tires. Nope, he is changing tires. I am perplexed. But Krulov inherits the lead temporarily.
It's not my call to, question the decisions of a two-time champ. So,
For certain.
Fair play. PHG Jazam.
Shazam!
Also with a quiet race. Up into P2. Gonna have to come to pit shortly.
He's probably
Even
got
Sills. Ooh.
Squirrely.
Quite a bit
Q to get
squirrely.
around him. So Q already back up into P3. Sitting pretty to wrap up the race with his fuel and tire situation. This could be a runaway.
T-Rex arms looking good, both on tires and fuel, and up in P5.
By the way, Q's strategy, I can say it now, is the almost exact strategy that Rowdy and I had planned out. So it's a good one. We tested it. Rowdy would comment in the chat, but he did say a while ago he's got to get back out on the farms and do some chores and something to do with sheep. I'm not sure.
All right, Krulov, Jazam, Steven Sills all into the pits, so Q inherits the lead. We suspect will not be stopping.
No, he's going to run away here. I wouldn't be shocked to see a 12 or 15 second gap between P1 and P2 at the end of this.
T-Rex arms. Did he start on hards?
I
don't
not
recall.
know. But
He
either
may
way,
have enough fuel. I mean, he may have to conserve the tires a bit.
yeah,
we'll
he's
have to
got
see how
hards
that
up the
plays
way. T-Rex is in a heck of a good spot, especially to have come into this race as an alternate, let's say.
Starting at the back.
Starting at the back, yeah. Regardless of how this pans out, hats off to T-Rex for an outstanding run thus far.
I don't know. I think T-Rex is going to be pretty short on fuel. He'd have to save about 3 laps, I think, right now. Not saying he couldn't.
He's at half a tank in 8 laps. That would be 16 laps on a tank. You're probably right. He's not going to be able to do that. I'm willing to bet he hasn't gotten the hards out of the way. That's probably what's going on.
Right. And I think we all know that Mustang is not the nicest car on the fuel.
Right.
Maverick here looks like he is set to go for the rest of this race, as is Arrow, who is on his tail. So these two can't seem to get away from each other.
But they're 30 seconds back from P1, so I don't know if they're going to be a factor for P1, but definitely going to be a good race here toward the end.
And these two might be battling for P2 and P3.
Yeah.
Though Jason Dang It also
Same. Absolutely right there.
looking good in P6. Set to go for the rest of this race. And Murillo and Krulov on fresh rubber.
I think everybody but T-Rex now is probably set to run out the rest of the race, if I'm not mistaken.
How's Jixer looking? P3.
Definitely going to have to pit.
Yeah, he's
Quarter
definitely
tank to go.
So Cornbread's saying that the Mustang's really good on fuel. So Cornbread, I didn't pay attention that close to fuel or Wid's fuel strategy. I know that we had a Mustang in Joker Series the other night. Of course, a different Mustang, but well, that thing ate the fuel. That was the road version, though. Yeah, I guess I gotta get that out of my head.
Go back to a little bit deeper in the field. We've got a race here from 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yeah.
With 7 laps to go, everybody in front of them still in sight, so it could tighten up to be a 10-car battle.
Yeah, we did see Krulov was bump drafting Johnny Boy to try to help catch up. So if they continue to work together,
Thinking.
Sal, can we see that P5 to P1 delta real quick? So they've got about 1 second they've gained in the last lap on Q.
Arrow did just go purple heading into the last sector with the slipstream. So these guys are putting down some laps. I think you're right, though, that they're too far back from Q, unless Q has to go into fuel save mode. But we already saw him do 13 laps on a tank, and now he's going to do 12 on a full tank. I think it's a gimme.
Yeah, and on medium, so he's not going to have to worry about burning those tires off like he would the softs. Q is sitting pretty. Yeah, see, this whole group could tighten up right here. That would be 7 cars, and the next 2 are not too far behind. So with still, almost 7 laps to go, this could be a heck of a battle here at the end.
Once again, they all come together in the end.
They do.
Well, and with T-Rex arms pitting, he could end up in this battle as well.
I don't know that he's far enough ahead. Let's see.
Yeah, he's 30 seconds
30
up.
seconds. Yeah, that bring him right into the middle of that mess. This could get fun.
You know what? Kind of what Cornbread was saying. That thing's not really using any fuel. That Mustang.
Yeah.
That was actually impressive looking still. He might
He's
be able to
gonna
make that
have
stretch.
6 laps left on a quarter tank. That would be 24 laps to a tank. 6 times 4.
Okay, he's slightly over a quarter, but he hasn't
that's asking
used
too
much.
I think he can make it so he doesn't have to fuel up much. He won't spend a lot of time in the pits. But honestly, if he wants to get off these worn softs and put fresh softs on, unless he has to go hard. If he has to go hard, he's going to run this all the way to the end.
Right. Either way, it's
Jixer.
impressive for somebody who's just filling in.
Yeah. Jixer here looks like he's going to have to pit for fuel, but may not have to change tires. That'll save, what is it, like 6 seconds on a tire
Something like
change?
that.
Yeah.
That could help him with a few spots.
Now he's got 11 seconds between him and Maverick in P4, so he will concede at least 1 or 2 positions to do so, but I think he would still be in the mix. you know, again, this lap 24, we're going to have 7 or 8 cars just all bunched up.
Arrow purple once again. Jason Dangin hanging with these guys.
There he is. That Z4 is pretty good through that inside interior technical section.
Yeah, once you tame the understeer of that Z4, it's pretty quick.
See Root closing.
Yeah.
Man, Root was really leading this race. That unfortunate spin put him back in P8. Oh, and Jixter just came in.
Watch the slipstream of this bet. Thing is just so powerful down these straights. Then with the assist of the slip.
Oh, he's pushing.
Oh, he's pushing.
He may be doing the one bump then pass strat. Yep.
Guy's in.
Gonna make it
They're
stick.
gonna get stopped in time. They're gonna get stopped in time.
Oh, there was some contact back there.
Ping pong physics right there again.
I think Krulov might have. Let's see, Krulov got a bump from behind. Get the overspeed. Now we get into the braking zone. Closes in on Amarillo Dash. And then, yeah, those ping pong physics. Nobody lost a position, though.
I can't believe it.
No.
Yeah, I'm so shocked nobody went flying out to the dirty stuff. Great,
Or
great
even
job.
any damage. No.
Right?
Oh, but Krulov went deep there.
Yeah, he did.
Lost a spot to Johnny Boy. And Root got past Amarillo Dash. Looking to chase down Jason Dangin. So Arrows put a little distance on Jason. But Maverick has also gotten away from him.
Let's take a look at T-Rex. Is he going to make it? Let's see that fuel. Oh, he's
No
not
way.
gonna make it.
No. Yeah. But he burned a lot of fuel in those last couple laps.
He sure did.
Well, and again, he's not going to have to add much, but
No.
it's a
He's
slow
gonna
fuel
lose-
rate.
He's going to lose several positions. It's going to end up, you know, like we've said before, it's going to be a 10-car pack there. When it
He's going to be
shakes
right
out.
back there with, I think, with Johnny Boy and Krulov. I think he's going to come out with them. Unless I'm misjudging the refuel rate, he could come out with, you know, Root and Jason Dangin.
Yeah, once Root got clear of those guys, though, look at the gap he's putting on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Root's kicking himself for that spin because he certainly had something for this race.
Right.
Put in the time.
And of these three, Krulov has the best tires, by far. Johnny Boy and Amarillo both have burned up those tires a bit. Check back a little further, Steven Sills and Nasty, who was up near the front earlier, back in P13.
And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. If you haven't noticed, Sal is pulling double duty today and doing a fabulous job. He's running the entire broadcast and is running lead comms. There's no way for you guys to understand how difficult that is. He's moving lots of parts around while calling the race. So, Sal, thank you for that. You're doing awesome. Appreciate it.
Absolutely awesome.
Thank you, C-Dubs. And yes, please, everybody, like and subscribe if you're enjoying this. We do a lot of these broadcasts here on the Salamander Racing channel, both the PHG World Series and my Joker Series. Love to see it come back. T-Rex Arms in the pits. It was down to 1% fuel. See how many spots he loses.
And Papa, to your point, you know, we were questioning Maverick's move a while ago. Look who's up there in P2.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't question the champion's moves.
Right?
That's our lesson.
And as we predicted, T-Rex Arms comes out in traffic between Johnny Boy and Amarillo Dash. But now he is on the hard tire, but they are fresh and with low fuel. Once those things get up to temp, it's going to take a lap or so. Maybe he could apply some pressure to Johnny Boy.
As we said, though, regardless, if he finishes this race in P8, having come in last minute with probably much less practice than the rest of these guys, great on T-Rex.
Q with a 25-second lead. Plenty of tire left. 2 laps to go. Plenty of fuel. Now's where you're telling yourself, don't make any mistakes.
Right.
Yes. But as you said, how about Maverick?
We need to watch Q's final race time too, because that's what I'm curious to see. As I said, it's a strat that Rowdy came up with. We worked on. Q's doing the exact same strategy, so I just want to see. Q's played it to perfection here. He's run a really good race. He's had little to no mistakes. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we didn't see a 46 flat or sub 46 from him in overall time at the end of this race.
We got a battle. Jason Dangit putting the pass on Arrow. 2 laps to go. We'll see. And Papa, thank you. The $5 dono.
Yeah. And Papa with some love in the chat. Thanks, Papa. Sal, he's our man. If he can't do it, he'll find somebody else. I love it.
And again, if you know, you know.
That's right.
The document will be created. Somebody will answer.
The hard part is getting people to answer the documents. I'm not going to name names.
Yeah.
Right.
You can drop it now.
Don't even know why I brought this up. Yeah, Arrow's not going to go quietly here. He's going to give Mr. Jason Dangit all he wants here in the last couple of laps.
Q is now on the last lap.
Now, you know what, guys? I think Jason Dangit was also a provisional for this race.
Oh, that is. I think you're right.
I think he got slotted up into this race with somebody else's misfortunes of not being able to make it. So, kudos on him.
It's like T-Rex Arms is going to settle into 8th. The rest of these guys have all stretched out a bit. I think our major battle there is between... Well, we do have a battle for hashtag... Or no, not last. 14 is back a little ways, but 12 and 13 are right on each other.
Arrow got an unfortunate pin, I do believe, which is going to probably not allow him to be competitive with Jason Dangit.
Well, it doesn't look like he's got a pin.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw. Okay, good.
I think you saw Jazam with a pin.
May have been.
Oh, Arrow. Oh, goes for the inside.
Careful.
Arrow loves that spot right there. Same place he passed Maverick.
Gonna try to go for the switcheroo.
Yep, backed out early. Power down.
Oh, dang it!
Hangs on to it. Jason Dangit hangs on to it. Now, Arrow did back off a touch. Yeah, he backed off a touch that may have, to try to keep from wrecking into him, that may have hurt his chances with the slip here. This is going to come, it's all going to come down to the slip on this straight. How they get through the bus stop.
We will check back with them as we see Q cross the line, taking P1.
Nice job.
Arrow is all over him. Let's see if he gets the exit out of the bus stop.
There we go.
Wow. Jason Dangit, though, that Corvette's got lots of top end. Trying to break the toe.
We play the break the slip game. I think it's going to work. He's going to hang on.
Gonna check P2. Maverick comes across the
line.
Nice
Jason
job. Dangit, he may be able to keep it. Arrow with a last-ditch effort, not going to be able to make it work. Jason, dang it, rounds out the podium. Root back up to P5.
Nice
Kulab
recovery,
in 6.
Root.
Johnny Boy 7. T-Rex in 8th. Man Pimp in 9th. Jazam in 10th.
Wow.
Looks like Amarillo Dash was able to break away from Jixer for 11th and 12th. Nasty in 13th. Steven Sills rounding us out. What a race!
No kidding.
That was
A lot of
an
back and
event.
forth with positions. God, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
good.
That battle with Arrow and dang it there at the end. Oh man.
Yeah.
But
Great
Q
job,
taking it
Q.
from pole position to the win.
All right, total time. Oh, okay.
46-12.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Papa, you want to take us through the results?
I absolutely can. Looks like we have Q with the winner from pole to finish in his 458 with 40 total time 46:12.371. Nice job, congratulations. P2, we have NVR Maverick GT race car with 25 seconds behind. That's quite a split from 1 to 2. P3, Jason Dang It. P4, PHG Arrow. And before I get any further, Maverick with the fastest lap of a 46.515 for the race. P5 is Root. P6 is NVR Kulab. P7, BHR Johnny Boy. P8 with the late entrance T-Rex armed in his Mustang. P9, Old Man Pip. P10 is PHG Jazam. P11 PHG Amarillo Dash. P12 is Jixer. And P13 is PHG Nasty. And rounding out, just over a minute behind our winner is Steven Sills in P14.
Well, then, that
Awesome
race
stuff.
also did not disappoint.
It did not.
No DNFs. Everybody fought it all the way to the end.
Yep,
That's because
Man.
Rowdy wasn't there.
right.
Poor Rowdy.
Well, I mean, and Root, he had that spin. He was battling at the front. I mean, he ended up in
Yeah.
P5. That was a good battle back, but, C-Dubs, I think you mentioned, he's probably kicking himself. He knows he had better than the top 5 in there.
Yeah, he was a P2
Oh, yeah.
for sure without that spin. Couple
I would
little
agree with
mistakes
that.
kills you here.
All right, so really quick, let's get into our drivers of the race. C-Dubs, I'm going to give you first crack at it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Q. I mean, from pole to P1 at the end, great strategy. I'm a little biased. He was in the Ferrari. He ran the same strat as I did, so I got to give it to Mr. Q.
All right, solid choice. Can't argue with that. Papa.
I took the easy one. 25-second lead. I mean, how do you not pick that guy? However, I'm going to go with Maverick. I think he ran a solid race. That first stint on those racing hards, he was able to pace the cars on the racing softs. And I think that's what ultimately, in the long run, gave him that P2 finish.
Yeah, he certainly had the long game figured out. He didn't have an answer for Q, but certainly
No.
P2, great finish
Yeah.
for Maverick. I'm going to go with Jason Dang It. You guys pointed out he was also a provisional runner in this one. Kind of quietly was back there mid-pack and then was able to get that pass done on Arrow with a lap or two left and pull it out to finish off the podium. I'm going to give it to Jason Dang It for my driver of the race. We're going to
Great
Val, I'm
showing,
glad.
sure.
I'm glad you
roll
said that. I
poll
was
out there.
Yeah, I was struggling between Q and Jason Dang It, and then also T-Rex. Right? I mean,
Right.
lots
Yeah,
of options
definitely.
here.
Yeah, there are. Absolutely.
Yeah, T-Rex, not only a late entry, but running that Mustang, which is not the most popular of cars, certainly did a good job as well. So, all right. Well, I mean, that's going to conclude round 2 here at Daytona. We'll give people some time to
What a great week.
put their nominations in for this last driver of the race. But yeah, what a great, week of competition. We saw everything from the split qualifying and just how close all that was to even these race day qualifyings, and all 4 of these races had significant battles all the way through. We've certainly had races in the past, typically in what's weird, split 1 and split 4, where somebody can run away with it, or you can kind of get into a lull. But this one had battles throughout. There were multiple strategies that worked and were viable that we saw come in at the end. I mean, it was really excellent combo put together by Shaggy.
Yes.
And really a fun one
Nice
to
job, Shaggy.
commentate and broadcast on. So,
Yep. Another quick shout out to 4D Racewear. Appreciate those guys. Also, Lithograph Comics, Vexed Graphics, and the Mist Chronicles by our own Tuzzenbox. That's right. There it is. And see if I can do this. Pop, I'm going to give you a fist bump through the window here. Oh, no. Oh, that window. Okay, yeah, okay. I was actually going to your
you're
camera.
going to the side.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm over here. Yeah, there, and so
this
the
way.
long distance bump. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, there we got it. We got it. Great job, guys. This was fun.
this was fun. And I know C-Dubs, you were a last minute here for commentating. I appreciate you coming around.
Yes.
It was going to be me and Papa here doing it as the dynamic duo, but having you in certainly helped out quite a bit. So thanks for showing up.
Yes,
for
it did.
that.
Thank you.
Absolutely, but now in hindsight, what I could tell you is it would have been absolutely fine. So you guys would have killed it either way.
It was a fun one to commentate, but I'm going to say, as expected, Q is kind of run away with this one. Jason Dangit also with a number of votes, but we're going to declare Q the runaway winner on this one. I mean, again, pole position, won the race handily, 25-second margin, and also our driver of the race. So congratulations to Q for taking the sweep here in split 4. Yeah, with that being said, I don't know if there's anything else. Final thoughts. Papa, let's reflect on this week here.
I think it was an outstanding week of qualifying, of practice lobbies, of racing. I wasn't too impressed with my own race, by my own track choices, but it was an absolutely fun week. I want to thank everybody for joining us in everything we did this week. I do want to throw out a reminder that we are off next week. Since, I don't know, it feels like half the field's going to be at Daytona for the Rolex 24 next week. If you are, I can't wait to meet you. Please hit me up if we haven't already discussed meeting up. But thank you, everybody. Next race is at Trial Mountain in the MR cars. So, and still no rain. The last 4 races you need to worry about.
All right. And C-Dubs, final thoughts from you.
Yeah, what a great league to be a part of. I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this. As Shaggy said earlier, what did we end up with? Almost 90 participants in this week at Daytona, something close to that.
81 qualifiers.
81 this week, I believe, is 91 if you include the people from round 1.
Okay, so since round 1, almost 100 people, and then look at all the champions that we had involved this week. I mean, heavy hitters. So we're definitely getting some steam. We appreciate everybody out there in YouTube land, the likes, subscribes, and telling your friends and family about what we have going on. It has become something fabulous that I'm certainly proud to be a part of.
Yep, and I'll echo everything both of you guys said. Great racing. All 4 of these were fun. Watching the qualifyings was fun. The commentary was great. I know T-Case was mentioning listening to C-Dubs and the other commentators from yesterday, Mr. Casual and Slow-Mo, that he was having a fun time listening to you guys, and also during the Joker Series stuff. What we've got for you guys in commentary and the entire broadcast crew, the people behind the scenes, people like PD Snow and Mish and Tuzzenbox, who's doing the scoring, Shaggy for setting up all the stuff. Thanks to all the unsung heroes that are out there. And this was just a really fun one. Lastly, again, big shout out to our sponsors, 4D Racewear, Lithograph Comics, Vex Design, and the Mist Chronicles. Great having you guys on board. And thanks to everybody who stopped by for, the views, the likes, the subscribes. One more shout out to all the people that have donated in the last couple days. We had Mish, C-Dubs, Mr. Casual, Papa, Bobajito, Jason Duncan, Rob, and Josh Moment. Thank you guys. I appreciate that personally. But yeah, really, until next time, like they said, we got a week off, so you guys get your practice in. Enjoy watching the Rolex 24 if you're into that sort of thing. But yeah.
Look for my live videos and streams as well. Over at Papa's House of Game.
Absolutely,
doing them all week next week.
Yep. Check out the YouTube links we got at the bottom of each of our frames here. Come check us out. It's a good time all around. We got a great community, as Papa says. It's great racers, better people. We'll see you guys again soon. Take it easy. Bye now.
Yo, lights out, engines roar, season 3 PHG, we back for more. Tracks are set, combos tight, Shaggy laid it down, it's a racer's delight. Buckle up teams, it's time to thrive. PHG World Series, we going live! We going live! Rubber burns, curves kiss the breeze. GT7 streets where legends see. Shaggy cooked the recipe, fire in the stew. Cars and tracks match like a dance for the crew. From hairpin bends to straights that scream. Every line a story, every race a dream. Fuel in the veins, adrenaline spree. Welcome to the jungle, season 3.
Clock's ticking, engines kicking, every second counts, feel the friction. New teams rolling, old champ flex. Rev it up, y'all. Who's next?
Season 3, let the tires sing. PHG, where the fast take wing.
Welcome racers to the grand design.
Speed meets hard on every finish line.
Season 3, yeah, it's time to ignite.
Strapping tight,
It's a furious flight.
I see sparks fly, the tarmac glows. Races in sync like a symphony flows. Strategy spin, minds on the wheel. Every move calculated, every turn you feel. Teams collide, rivalries bloom under the floodlights. Engines boom. Ladies and gents, take your stance. PHG's the stage, here's your chance.
Yeah.
Apex hunters chasing the crown. Draft through the pack, don't slow down.
Pit stop precision, seconds to spare.
Victory's a breath, snatch it from the air.
Season 3, let the tires sing. PHG, where the fast take wing. Welcome racers to the grand design.
Speed meets hard on every finish line.
Season 3, yeah, it's time to ignite. Strapping tight,
It's a furious flight.
Yeah. Yo, PHG in the lobby. Yeah, lights flash, engines rise. Season 3 begins, and the world's watching with wide eyes. Yeah. Drivers from all nations, every flag in flight. The grid is stacked heavy, competition's tight, but PHG rolls deep, steady nerve, sharp aim. Every corner carved clean, every lap pure flame. Built the squad from grit, no shortcuts, no favors. Earned every ounce of respect from rivals and haters. But when the pressure peaks and the storm grows greater, there's one name whispered: Shaggy the Rainmaker. Dark clouds roll whenever he takes the track. Rivals feel the thunder rumbling right up their backs. When that visor drops, whole lobby starts to quake. Cause Shaggy makes the rain fall heavier than heartbreak. Cause Shaggy makes the rain fall heavier than heartbreak. Yeah, hey. Moves unified, every driver locked in. Strategy like clockwork.